You can put quite a few different like variations of mixes in the top of that thing, and it will come out tasty.
What if we had one yogurt, the other custard, and then you could do a mix, a swirl, so it's like 3/4 as bad?
Oh, it's like harm reduction.
Yeah, harm
like
reduction.
Kind of fat for you, kind of not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When are we getting a new one?
Probably in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna upgrade to a bigger one.
A bigger one or a third one?
A bigger one.
Well, can you put 3 things in it?
I think I'm gonna put like 15 things in it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe every year we get bigger and bigger and bigger until we just have an ice cream factory.
I just want to point out that this conversation started with we need to all get in better shape. We eat too unhealthy, and it's evolved into we need to get a much bigger ice cream.
Oh. On today's Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings, we have our good friend, Dude of the Year, Stanford Steve. We're going to talk some college ball, some NFL ball with Stanford Steve. We have our Week 14 picks and preview. We're calling it the slate of the year. It's an incredible one. We're going to talk about every game. We have Fyre Fest. We have the Lions feeling like a statement win against the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. LeBron's streak ends. Chris Paul out. Giannis injured and out, maybe.
He got wizard.
A lot to talk about, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Twisted Tea. It's officially holiday season, and whether you're stocking up for holiday parties, hitting the hometown bars, or need a last-minute gift for that one aunt you haven't seen since last Christmas, Twisted Tea is the way to go. Yeah, it's refreshing, made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick that keeps you going all day long. Plus, with no carbonation, there's no carbonation in Twisted Tea. You can drink it and still have room to go for seconds. That's huge. This time of year, you know you're eating, you know you're sitting on the couch. No carbonation goes a long way. Enjoy the Twisted Tea. Have fun. Trust me when I say it's the go-to for whatever you've got planned over the next couple of weeks. Hitting the mountain, après ski rhymes with tea for a reason. Trying to stay warm at a late season tailgate. Keep the teas cold so you aren't. Hank, what's your favorite Twisted Tea flavor?
I like the OG. I love the half
Let's
and half.
go, Hank.
I go back and
Johnny
forth.
on the spot. Yeah, half and half. OG, peach. They're all great. It's all Twisted Tea. So make sure to look for those yellow cans wherever you buy beer and give yourself the gift of Twisted Tea this season. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Friday, December 5th, and the Detroit Lions are back.
Back. Amon-Ra, his presence on the field made a big difference.
Yeah.
Also,
he screwed anyone who believed in Tom Kennedy. Shout out Tom Kennedy, Farmingdale, New York. But yeah, I mean, Amon-Ra opens everything up. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs was awesome.
He's the
especially
best.
in the passing game tonight. He was really, really good. And I think Amon-Ra just being on the field, he's going to get open. He's going to get his. But the offense looked like it was much more in sync with him. Dallas kind of turned back into Dallas.
Yeah.
The defense sucked.
Okay,
George Pickens didn't have a great game.
Let me ask you this question. Was it
Something's going on with him. He did some shit. There's going to be a report.
Hank's convinced he went to the casino again. Was it Dallas turning back into Dallas?
Their defense.
Yeah, but I would actually argue it might have been Detroit turning back into Detroit in the fact that they were super efficient on offense, 4 for 5 touchdowns in the red zone. It was like, the Thanksgiving game we saw a week ago where they missed those fourth downs. Dan Campbell, I don't think they went for a fourth down today. They kind of played it straight up, but their offense was humming all night. It felt like every single time they got the ball, it was 10, 15 yards, chunk plays down the field. Dallas's defense was frustrating, but I feel like Detroit kind of got their mojo back a little bit and like, hey, we're not going out without a fight.
Well, I thought the game plan from Detroit was great in how they used Jahmyr Gibbs in the passing game.
Yeah,
he was essentially a wide receiver for the first half of the football game, and he's great at it. He's actually really, really good at running routes. He's got great hands, And Montgomery had an awesome night running the football too. So it was like everything was working. I do think that Dallas's defense was kind of back to old school Dallas.
Yeah, and it really came down to like the execution from the Cowboys. You had 2 interceptions. The last pick, they're playing desperate football down 14, but they had the fumble, the Jake Ferguson fumble, which Dak kind of little broed him by showing him how to hold the ball after.
Yeah.
And then the interception to start the second half, and that's it. Like, Detroit didn't make those mistakes. Detroit didn't turn the ball over.
You know how I know that that I'm softening up on the Cowboys? I don't get the same joy that I used to get off Dak interceptions. Dak interceptions used to give me life.
Well, I mean,
They used to make me so happy.
This-
Like, you remember Tony Romo interceptions?
Yeah.
I disagree so hard.
You still get the same joy?
Oh, yeah.
I
he
envy-
screamed. He goes, Dak,
yeah.
I envy
pick.
Those weren't even his fault, and I was still getting excited for Dak.
I want to
picks.
get back to that point. I need to get
You
back
gotta
to
be-
that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I've taken my eye off the ball. I've got other quarterbacks that I'm focusing all my mental energy on now. And Dak is
More on
he's-
that later.
He's fallen by the wayside. But that might be a problem with me. Like I genuinely need help. Don't
Yeah.
be afraid. Hey, sometimes it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
I'm not okay right now. And the fact that I can't take as much joy as I used to in the Dak Prescott interceptions is a problem to me. So I need to work on that.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Hank?
No, I'll save it.
What?
It has nothing to do with this. I'm not doing this.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Just, I mean, say it.
It'll come out eventually.
Like, we already recorded it?
No.
Oh. This is going to come up eventually right now.
I just had a light bulb that went off. I have nothing to say.
I'm going to go on strike until Hank says what he wants to say.
When
are
did
nice
Josh
shoes.
Allen first get his first 300-yard game?
I don't know. When?
You tell me.
His 3rd year in the league.
Okay, did he win MVP before that? Big Cat, when did Josh Allen win MVP? I'm having a hard time
What,
remembering.
this past year?
Yeah, that's right, he did.
This podcast is going to be destroyed by the number 300.
Yeah,
It's bringing us to our knees.
it got so
Are you
bad.
wearing golf shoes right now?
Yeah.
Left-sember. It's left-sember.
Those are his left.
You just got to be
Oh my
ready
God,
at all
it's
times. Come
left-sember.
on.
Those are his left-handed golf shoes. It got so bad for me tonight that I started to track Brandon Aubrey's made field goals to see if he would kick for 300 yards.
You weren't in the cave, and PFT just turns to me and goes, "Hey, Dallas is down 10 right now. If Aubrey kicks a field goal and they score a touchdown, it goes to overtime. Then he kicks a 50-yard field goal in overtime. He'll have over 300 yards kicking."
I mean, PFT, which I respect, like I think it's like, you hang out with someone enough, you wear off on them. The pie chart of PFT's brain right now is Drake May and Duke.
yeah,
And it's like 95% Drake May.
that's you too, Hank.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good, like, I've
you
worn
guys
up
are
on you.
synced
Like,
up.
I've helped out. I'm happy. I'm proud of you.
We're the only Drake May / Duke fans in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen,
There's dozens of us.
Brandon Aubrey had a great night tonight.
He did.
He drilled
electric.
that 60-yarder plus. He's made, 6 in a row from 60-plus yards?
It's crazy. He's automatic.
It's insane what he's doing right now. And there was a real chance. I think the NFL record is like 273 yards worth of field goals in the game. There was a real chance that he was going to get there and a real chance he was going to get to 300. And I would have been such a happy man
but
if he had kicked.
that's also why the Cowboys lost, because they used him a lot.
They had
and they
to,
couldn't
yeah.
finish drives. And obviously, CeeDee Lamb getting hurt, concussed, didn't help in the second half. But this is now. Oh, also, we talked about this stat on Monday's show, but Jahmyr Gibbs now has tied Barry Sanders for most touchdowns before turning 24. He has 47. He is so electric with the ball in his hands. We even had a Montgomery sighting tonight. He had a nice touchdown run. But Jahmyr Gibbs is just like Bland like broke his ankles and fell face first on a stop that Jahmyr Gibbs had after catching a pass.
He might be the fastest guy going 0 to 60 and also the fastest guy going 60 to 0.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he put on those breaks. And yeah, Montgomery, he looked really good when he ran the football tonight.
Yeah.
So that you had Gibbs with an awesome night receiving, you had Montgomery with a great night running, and then the offense, like the entire passing game looked like it was in sync tonight.
Yeah,
and
everything works
When
for-
Detroit, well, there's one play that didn't work.
Which one?
They threw a screen pass to their tackle.
Oh yeah,
To Skipper.
Skipper.
And it didn't look like they had one guy blocking 2 dudes for him. I don't know what the design on that play. I want to hear more about exactly what Dan was cooking up with that one.
Yeah, that one didn't make a lot of sense. So the Cowboys are now in a lot of trouble. So Max, we were obviously opposite. I was hoping the Cowboys won. You were hoping they lost because I want the Lions to be just out. But now it looks like the Cowboys are the ones that are out. They're going to need a lot of help. What are they down? They're down to like 5% now to make the playoffs.
8% according to
8%.
NFL.com.
And the Lions, I think, are back up to like 55%.
53.
I mean, they're right there because every team in the NFC is kind of bunched up. And if the Lions, what did that bring them to? 8-5.
8. Yeah, now they're 8-5.
They're 8-5, and there's a bunch of 3-loss and 4-loss teams that they're trying to jump. So it's not set.
It's not.
The
Also,
Lions are coming.
Also, shout out to Jamison Williams for wearing a ski mask indoors. I know he did it on Thanksgiving, but it got higher.
It got way higher.
He looks like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat out there.
Yeah.
That's got to get in his line of sight at some point, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, he's also electric with the ball in his hands every single time he touches it.
Yeah, he had a great night. But I'm serious. Like, I've never seen something like that on a football field before.
Yeah.
Maybe outdoors.
So the Lions, if you look at the Lions, they have a very tough game at the Rams next week, and then they have 2 very winnable games in, I want to say they play the Vikings, and who's the other team they play? They have, I know they're not outdoors again until week 18 against the Bears. The Lions, who do they play? You got it, Max? I thought you were pulling it up for me. You don't have it.
Sorry, I got caught in the playoffs.
The Lions are playing the Steelers at home after the Rams, and then at the Vikings. Those are games they should win, although they lost to the 9 already. That's a game they wish they had back.
Yeah.
That's a game they wish they had back. So, yeah, it feels like this is why you just love December football, because next week the Rams-Lions game is going to be a huge swing game in terms of playoffs and playoff seedings.
That's going to be in L.A., too.
In
so
LA.
Matt Stafford's kids, they can attend the game.
Yes. Although there'll probably be a lot of Lions fans. So we got to talk about a couple other things, basketball related. First, LeBron James, 10 points a game streak breaks. It was how many days was it, or how many games is it?
1,287 maybe?
So
1,297.
This doesn't count postseason, by the way. I should just say that. Mm-hmm. So it's from January 6, 2007.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy. January 6th, we were 21 years old.
So that's
insane.
Yeah. I was I was still
22.
in college.
We were 22.
I had not yet graduated from
Same.
college. I was in Harrisonburg, Virginia, just appreciating LeBron James and recognizing the start of the streak. But now,
no, we were 21. Yeah, we were turning 22 a few that month.
That is true.
Yeah.
Every birthday after 21 doesn't matter.
No, but that's pretty crazy to think.
And now we've got
again, doesn't count. I'm not being a hater, but it doesn't count postseason, which it should. But
LeBron also now owns the longest 8-point streak of all time.
Yep,
at 1298.
And
congratulations to LeBron.
I feel a little robbed by it because he actually made a very selfless play, a game-winning assist for a buzzer beater. I was really hoping that the situation had occurred where he was trying to force it and he cost him the game. He robbed that from us. He actually, I have to say something nice about LeBron. It was the correct play. He won the game for his team, and his streak has ended. And there was a guy who bet $15,000 for him to have 10 points on DraftKings.
What about all the hardworking Canadian families that went to this game, Big Cat?
Just to see
that paid, I'm going to guess, 150 loonies on game time, Hank?
Yeah.
And then all they wanted, the kids were like, Papa, I want to go to the Toronto Raptors game when LeBron's in town and watch his 10-point streak continue. And then
now they got to see.
But then he robbed them of that moment.
You got to see his 8-point streak begin.
No, continue.
No, what if he just scores 8 points every single game from here on out?
Oh, exactly 8 points.
Exactly 8 points.
8 points tonight. I don't know.
Do you guys want to do a little want to feel old with LeBron's streak? So since the last time he scored under 10 points, Nick Saban had just left the Miami Dolphins. Harry Potter series wasn't finished. Bronny was 2 years old. Cooper Flagg was 15 days old. Mm-hmm. And George W. Bush was president.
He was.
That was all. What do you got there, Hank?
The Harry Potter thing's that's crazy.
I'm not a Harry Potter fan, so I don't. That makes you feel old?
Yeah. That's when I was still actively reading.
What year were you born, Zach?
You are still actively reading.
1997.
Like active.
Okay.
Like I was reading those.
You know what's crazy
on the drop.
is that, Hank, you were reading a book at the start of his streak and you're reading one at the end. Your reading streak outlasted his 10-point streak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty impressive.
that is pretty impressive. Zach, you've had your streak of being double digits in age is shorter than LeBron's.
Yes.
You were 9 years old. You didn't turn 10 till later that year.
Yeah, no, his double-digit streak's longer than my double-digit streak.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It is.
But yours is still going.
Yeah, and we'll go again tomorrow, hopefully. Yep.
Yeah.
So what was his total
Let's go.
stat line? Did he passed up a triple-double too, right? I think that was his 11th assist of the night.
Yeah.
At the very end.
He had a
8
bad
points.
shooting night.
How many rebounds? Did he have 10?
Let's look it up. I know he was like 0 for 5 from 3, and Austin Reeves had 44 points. He is very good. He had 6 rebounds,
Okay.
11 assists. He was 4 for 17 from the field.
Okay.
So he
Still.
was trying to get 10 points.
Think about the Canadian families that paid hard-earned money
Yeah.
to go see the streak, and they left disappointed.
Think about so the next story we got to do is we have to pour one out for our boy Ryan Russillo. Probably the toughest day of his life yesterday. Chris Paul has been kicked off the Clippers.
Yeah, I'd say this and when they stopped selling the original formula Jacked,
Mm-hmm.
that was a pretty bad day for him. But he's been unceremoniously beated for. Nobody gets kicked off their own farewell tour.
Yeah.
And
well,
Chris Paul,
did.
he managed to find a way to do it.
And not only that, so the reports were that his style, his locker room style clashed with the coaches. He was maybe a little too hard on the guys. The Clippers have been bad this year, but then the Clippers played their best game of the season the night that they kicked Chris Paul off the team.
Yeah.
So that's like immediate results. The guy that we all hated is gone. Thank God.
So I saw some post about this where they were talking online either to Chris Paul. I think it might have been about Chris Paul, but somebody said Chris Paul is actually right now in on a Zoom call with Blake Griffin, and they both look like they're having the time of their lives.
Oh.
So apparently, what do you do when you get fired? You hit up the best dude in the world, Blake Griffin, to cheer you up.
Yeah.
So shout out Blake Griffin, great teammate, good friend.
And the thing that's, I guess it's more of a credit to Chris Paul that in his 20th year in the league, at his age, he was still being like, hey guys, we got to be accountable. Because I would think that if you're doing a farewell tour, that's like, hey, I get to just hang out. I get to be on an NBA roster. I get to travel around. I'm going to chill with the boys, have a good time. He was still being dickhead Chris Paul.
He's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Coach is right. And coach was like, dude, chill out.
Yeah, because like the easiest thing to do if you're 40 years old playing your last season in the NBA is just be a good locker room guy. He did the impossible.
Yeah, but if they suck.
I understand, but it doesn't matter. You're retiring. Who cares?
But like you want to retire on a team that's good, be a vet, and like kind of lead them. You want to be a leader.
Is he going to go to the Lakers?
I could see that. You don't want to be a leader on a team that's 6-20.
We got to make sure that get eyes on Dwayne Wade because we had the banana boat. These things happen in threes. LeBron loses his streak. Chris Paul kicked off the team.
Yeah. R.I.P. Chris Paul.
Yeah, and then Giannis.
I think he's going to play, though. I think he'll find
Well, he's got to do a farewell tour.
he'll
You
find
can't
another
just
team.
not. That would be the saddest thing ever if his farewell tour just stopped in December.
You know what, Chris Paul? Why don't you come on home? Come back to the Wizards.
The Juggernaut. Oh, I thought you were talking about the
No,
Juggernauts.
he was an off-season Wizard.
yeah, but it would be sick if you joined the Juggernauts.
The
Chris
Juggernauts?
Paul, the Juggernauts. That's Dana's basketball team. We're four weeks into the season and they're 0-1.
After 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They
I
played
thought
last
they had
night.
a game last night.
Nope, it was canceled. So they went bye, loss,
How's it canceled?
bye, canceled. The other team canceled.
Oh,
90 minutes
So
before.
forfeit.
Yeah, I guess
That's
it's
1-1.
Yeah. So, but hey, listen, Chris Paul,
damn!
we got ample space for you on the Juggernauts. All you got to do is just make sure that you don't eat into Nicky Smokes' shots, okay? Because like then we'll kick you off the team. If you don't let Nicky Smokes go like 4 for 18, you're off the team.
I was not aware of the team name until just now.
Yeah, the Juggernauts. Isn't that a good name?
That's a good name.
Yeah, it's we still got to make the jerseys, but it's going to be a astronaut with like the space helmet and it's full of beer.
He's going to try to get on like the Thunder, a competitor.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to want him.
See, we lost to the Slob Wizards,
Gotcha.
68-49. Slob Wizards 68, Juggernauts 49. Brutal.
He's probably cold calling teams right now.
Definitely. Someone's got to sign him. And then we had Giannis. Reports come out that he wants to be traded. and then he gets hurt. What's his injury update?
It's a calf strain.
Okay, so it
was non-contact-ish.
Yeah.
It was like barely contact, and then he laid down on the court, looked at his. I think he actually hurt himself.
I do too.
I don't think that
He looked bummed when he got hurt.
Yeah, and it happened kind of all of a sudden. So it's unfortunate timing, but yeah, the report came out yesterday that he was actively exploring other options, and then people are like, well, he wanted to go to the Knicks in the offseason. Mm-hmm. That was a weird report. You remember that? It came out like a month and a half ago, where he was like, the report was that Giannis actively explored playing for other teams this offseason. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened with it. Mm-hmm. Like strange timing for that to come out. And then, so obviously everyone's expecting that he goes to the Knicks. I feel bad for Milwaukee, but I mean, he hasn't been happy there for a while.
And also this is like how Milwaukee was. It was always going to go this way, that you're going to have to rebuild without Giannis. And now maybe you get a bunch of draft picks and you can just do that again. Do we think he faked the injury?
No.
I don't. I mean, the way he looked back, I thought it was an Achilles at first.
Yeah, I don't think he's faking the injury.
Do you guys think he faked the injury?
No, the way he looked back, that's like...
Yeah, like it didn't, that part looked very real. Like someone, it was kind of like Sauce Gardner.
And Halliburton said
he
thought someone kicked him in the back of the leg.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was Achilles
And
at
he
first.
turned around and it was just his Achilles.
Which actually would have been just so brutal for the Bucs.
Yeah.
He got hurt.
Now, the funniest thing is this happened because they lost to the Wizards. The Bucs lose to the Wizards, and Giannis is like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I cannot be on this team anymore.
Yeah. So someone found it. Yeah, he had the exact same reaction when he hurt his calf in 2024. So that looks...
Does watching these ever scare, like...
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
He's just
Yes,
like...
Max.
So casually jogging.
Max,
Did you just ask if we're scared that we're going to get hurt? Every fucking day, dude.
I haven't told anybody this, but for the last like 3 weeks, when I wake up in the morning and I start walking around, both my calves are just they feel like they're injured.
Yeah, dude. Yesterday, so I was supposed to play on the Juggernauts, and I woke up and I think my body was just telling me like, dude, you're not playing in a competitive basketball game. My calf just had like a little bit of a twinge to it. And I was like, "Oh shit! I'm not playing on the Juggernauts."
I'm talking like
I told Dana I'd be the number one sub, and then the first week he's like, "We need a sub." And I was like, "I don't know if I can do week one. I'm scared."
I'm talking like extreme. Like I worked out the day before tightness, and then I started thinking what I did the day before. I was like, let's see. I walked out of my car into the office.
You had wings.
I ate. I watched sports. I walked around the office. Probably did a total of 4 laps around the entire building. And now my legs feel like I ran a marathon.
We're going to talk about this in Fyre Fest. January, this whole podcast. Let's prioritize health.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, but don't do that.
Now.
No, don't talk. No.
Health
We're doing it
January.
as a whole fucking crew.
Hank's doing health December.
Let's start stretching. Let's start fucking, maybe we do yoga before the show. That would actually be sick. What if we did 10 minutes of stretching before the show?
We're not doing any of this.
Come on.
I'm doing it. I'm
in.
I'm not doing stretch.
We're not doing any of this.
We're not
Can't
gonna
go
do this
out
as
like
a
this,
show,
PFT.
We're not
Stretch
gonna do any of this.
January.
Stretch January.
I think I'm just going to go back upper body only.
No. Health December.
Health December into Stretch January.
Steroids.
Stretching might change our lives.
It might change our lives.
Steroids.
Zach, I want you
My new
to...
gym's got stretching classes. You can just go to a class and just stretch the whole time.
Zach, you know a yoga instructor, right?
Yeah, I've got a friend who does like a lot of like yoga, Pilates centric stuff. Yeah.
Can we get you to learn how to run a class, like a 10-minute class for us before we record?
I can ask.
Cow.
When was the last time you hit her up?
Definitely not recently.
All right, well, hit her
Like,
up.
look, yeah, we're talking.
do
Just be
all-
like, listen, it's for the boys.
Just all the animal stuff.
I'll get all the animal
Downward
stuff, I got
dog,
you.
cats,
Upward dog.
cows,
Sideways dog.
pigeon.
I can teach the cows.
Reverse cow dog.
That's a stretch where you just have to be fat.
Okay, that works. Do we have anything else?
Flamingo.
We don't want
Flamingo. Zach, I would like you to...
Wait, is flamingo a stretch?
Yeah.
I can get a demo tape.
I just
Pigeon-
want a
one
full
leg.
body... I want a full body stretching routine that takes me 10 minutes.
Okay.
pigeon pose. You ever do pigeon pose?
Yeah.
I'm done pigeon pose in my life.
Pigeon pose is good. Pigeon pose is like my favorite stretch.
Okay. We'll do pigeon poses.
I'm not gonna do this.
Pigeon pose is good.
I'm not gonna do it. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna stretch. I will use the weight equipment, but I'm not stretching.
We're going to stretch. These boys are going to stretch.
But the Cavs PFT, they've been so tight.
Yeah,
They
let's
have
get
been-
the
they have been
Cavs on tight.
They've been
we
really
got to
tight.
this in Fyre Fest.
By the way, Skip Bayless tweeted about LeBron James. LeBrick James finally held under 10 after again and again barely surviving. At Toronto, he went 4 for 17 and 0 for 5 without Luka. Undrafted Austin Reeves, 44. Lakers win in spite of the King. That's some all-time hater stuff, considering that LeBron had the game-winning assist.
I appreciate not getting off a take though. Stick with it, Skip.
Yeah.
What do you think the chances are that he did not watch any highlights or anything of that game?
Yeah, because
Just
if
looked
you
at the
watch,
box
because
score?
we
Yep.
watched the last 2 minutes, and I said right away, "Damn it, we can't make fun of that because that was the correct play." Shit. Okay, weekend preview: Stanford Steve, Fyre Fest. Let's kick it to ourselves. Okay, before we get to our Week 14 picks and preview, DraftKings, one touchdown could change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself, it never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in with DraftKings Sportsbook. All the actions in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. Here's the best part. New customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly when your team hits the end zone. You could hit the payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Okay, Week 14 is Picks and Preview is also brought to you by our friends at Uber Eats. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats, reminding fans that if football coincidentally makes you hungry, you can get game day deals on wings, burgers, beers, chips, and more all season long, all on Uber Eats. What are we thinking about, boys, this weekend? Wings?
Oh, wings would be good.
What about pizza?
I haven't had wings in forever.
Wings.
Probably salads.
Oh, salads.
Yeah.
No, it's the Super Bowl. Max, I like how Max said it the other day. Every Sunday is a Super Bowl.
Are you trying to diet right now?
Two for two on gym day since I joined my new gym.
I love that. I love that.
I was squatting and deadlifting this morning.
Whoa.
What if we did wings, but we also did fried chicken sandwiches? Something healthy. Max?
What? So fried chicken sandwiches?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah.
Chinese rice, health.
Yep. Good call.
Okay, so Uber Eats, you'll love being able to get your personal favorite game day foods delivered on Uber Eats so that you never miss a play when football makes you hungry. Get game day deals all season long only on Uber Eats. Okay, boys, Week 14.
This is the slate of the year.
This is slate of the year. We do have 4 buys. This is the last time we have bye weeks. But yes, you obviously just listened to us talk about the Cowboys-Lions game. We have the Patriots, Giants, 49ers, and Panthers on a bye week this week. Last buys of the season. But yeah, I'd agree. There's some very consequential games going on. There's the biggest playoff disparity, like in terms of winning and losing, with the Ravens and Steelers game.
Right.
The Bears, Packers, the Texans, Chiefs feels like an elimination game for the Chiefs, probably not the Texans.
I would actually say this is week 0 of the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs start now.
Love
Yep.
that.
Playoffs start now.
Hank, congrats on the bye.
Thank
Also, congratulations to the NFL. The Chiefs and Cowboys game broke a record for most views in a regular season game in NFL history. 57.2 million viewers.
NFL is king.
Good
job.
We did.
Good job,
That's
Roger.
us. That's
Good
us.
job, Roger.
That's us.
We
did it.
I'm shocked it took this long for Roger Goodell to be like, what if we did the Cowboys and the Chiefs?
Yeah.
The number was so much higher, though, it's almost fishy.
What do you mean?
Between the set, like, it wasn't like 20 million views more than number 2.
It was, yeah, not 20 million, but it was, I think it was like 10 million.
Yeah.
So
That's a
it
fuckload.
broke it by a lot.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we did it. We did it. We should get credit for this. We did it. But yeah, in this week, there are 7 teams whose playoff chances will swing by at least 25% with a win or loss in week 14. So I'll list them for you because it's kind of fun just to look at these charts. The Steelers with a win with a loss go from 65 or win with 65%, loss all the way down to 18% to make the playoffs.
So I've got slightly different numbers.
Okay, what do you got?
I've got them all the way up to 75%.
Okay.
And then the Ravens, if they lose, that would drop it to 21%. If the Ravens win, that pushes up to 70. And
we have way different numbers on all of it.
This is from Aaron Schatz.
Okay.
So I don't know where you got yours.
I have like this guy tweets out I wish I had his tweet right now. He just has the chart every single week. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where you can just see like, ooh, that game matters. Ooh, that game. At the end of the day, the games matter. The games matter.
The bottom line is buckle up your pants.
Yes. Big time games matter. Okay, let's start with a game that matters. I ordered these now that we're at this point of the season. I ordered them in terms of like most watchable games to start so that we can kind of figure out the TVs. We probably will end up doing Ravens Steelers for Jerry on the TVs, but I'm most excited for the Bengals-Bills game in the early slate. Bills -6, over-unders 52.5. Joe Burrow back. I know that I've made the joke that everyone says, don't let the Bengals into the playoffs. We won't. There is a chance the Bengals can make the playoffs because if they can win this game, the rest of their schedule is easy plus a Ravens game where it would obviously swing a lot. So maybe I fell for it myself where I said they won't, but maybe they will.
Okay, so Big Cat, here's an interesting number for you.
Okay.
In the last year,
Yeah.
last 12 months, Joe Burrow has started how many games, would you guess?
In the last year?
Yeah,
In
calendar
the last calendar year, he started 5 games.
He has started 8 games.
Oh.
Care to guess what his record is?
He is 4-4.
He is 8-0
Oh, wait, what?
as a starter.
As a starter, he's 8-0?
As a starter in the last calendar year.
The last calendar year.
Yep.
Okay.
He's
I guess for some reason, I thought they lost that game to the Steelers last year at the end of the season. Did they win that game?
What about the Patriots game?
What?
Say it again?
Oh, no, they did win out last year. For some reason, it's because they didn't make the playoffs. They
Burrow.
won.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Or you're
Joe
thinking
Burrow.
Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow. We're thinking of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is not lost.
Wait, but he only played in this calendar year. He's only played. Oh, are you saying 2025?
2024 last year since like this date, December 2nd.
Past
when I-
365
when I-
days.
when I
That's
pulled this
what
out.
Past 300.
calendar
Yeah.
year is 2025.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how I was answering everything.
Gotcha.
I was answering it with the one game at the end of last year and the beginning of this year. That's why I said like 3
So,
4.
so when the stat was pulled up, it
365.
was December 2nd when I looked it
We're
up.
off to
So
a
it's-
bad stat start all around.
So it's 367 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the last 367 days.
Yep.
Yes, I would have believed that it was somewhere around 8 starts. I did not realize he was 8-0.
8-0 though. Yeah,
Yeah.
8-0 is pretty impressive.
Yeah. They've been in must-wins.
Hank is still dumbfounded by that stat.
No, I make sense now.
Yeah, we were thinking calendar year 2025.
Okay, gotcha.
That is the calendar year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I always 12 months is a calendar, a full calendar. I think I've just been using that term wrong my entire life.
Calendar year is like when you get a calendar, it starts in January.
Yeah,
no,
so I was saying calendar year January, the last game he played last year, and the 2 games he played the beginning of this year.
It makes all the sense in the world now that I think about it. I've just been for 40 years. I've been saying calendar year for 12 months.
So, like in the middle of June, if you said, "Hey, in the last calendar year," you'd go all the way back to June.
Yeah, I would have.
That makes no sense.
I know. It makes no sense. Now I'm realizing it. In retrospect, putting the word calendar in front is just
Yeah.
an extra word that makes.
No, that's just the year.
Yeah, I just say it in the last year.
Yeah. So yeah, like on January 2nd, you can give us a last calendar year stat. It will just be January 1st and January 2nd
Yeah.
in the calendar
Yeah.
year. Okay, yeah. I mean, Joe Burrow, by the way, I love that Joe Burrow is sometimes we forget that athletes are just so focused on what they have in front of them and not the outside world. Did you see that Lane Kiffin, they asked about Lane Kiffin and in the press conference, and Joe Burrow was like, yeah, I think it's good. And then they broke the news to him. They're like, Ole Miss, he's like, Ole Miss is in the playoffs?
Yeah.
And then he's like, are they keeping their staff? Oh, okay. Like they had to explain the whole situation to him. Joe Burrow is just focused on football.
I love that. I
Right now.
don't think he pays attention to other sports. I think he's focused on. He might not even watch that much football. He
No.
might not watch that much NFL football at all. He might just be focused on Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's focused on Joe Burrow and getting himself ready to go.
The DeMar Hamlin game.
Yeah, the DeMar Hamlin game. Prayers for DeMar.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills, I do think something happened with Josh Allen getting hit at the end of that first half against the Steelers. I said it on I said it on Sunday after the show or during the show that was the start of the championship DVD. I think they interviewed a Bills player and someone was like, "Yeah, it lit a fire under our ass. You can't do that to our quarterback." They also signed Darius Slay, who's just getting passed around. He just played against the Bills.
I thought he was going to go to the Birds.
I did too.
I thought he was going home.
Birds not in the Darius Slay business. The Bills, by the way, are 5-0 this season when James Cook has 20 plus carries on the game. The Bengals defense has gotten better, but they also can get run on. I kind of like the Bills in this game. I know I'm going to look stupid if the Bengals make the playoffs, but I kind of like the Bills in this game.
So I was thinking about like the best teams playing right now in terms of like the last couple weeks. I would think about, obviously small sample size with Thanksgiving only for Joe Burrow. But the Bengals
the smallest sample size.
Yeah, the Bengals look
one game.
But they look really good in that game. Like they looked like a complete team. Obviously the defense not great, but they looked like they were an average defense in that game. And Joe Burrow and the offense looks incredible. I think the Bengals are very dangerous.
Yeah, they are. Don't let the Bengals in the playoffs. And we might now. I've had to change. I'm looking at their schedule. I've had to change my tune. We might.
You know what the funniest possible outcome would be? If the Bengals made the playoffs and then just got the shit kicked out of them in the first round. You don't want to see these guys in the playoffs.
But then we did.
But then we were right that we didn't want to see them in the playoffs because they suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like this game? Do you like this Hungry Dog?
No, I do have the Hungry Dog.
Oh, you do?
It's a PMT Hungry Dog.
Oh, okay.
So it's Bears, Commanders,
Jets.
Oh my God, Hank, you dog! I'll have to ride.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate it.
No, in fact, I love it.
I love you, Hank.
I love you. I love all of you.
Okay, next game. Yeah, I do like the Bills in this game. Man. The Bills are banged up on the offensive line. Is Dalton Kincaid back?
Dalton Kincaid.
I don't think so.
He was limited at practice.
Dalton Kincaid being out has really made me realize that they're not. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox are not interchangeable.
It's been good for Dalton Kincaid to be out for a little bit.
Yeah. Because the whole time I was like, oh, they both have names that start with D. They play the same position. They're the same guy. They're both DK.
They're both DK, yeah.
Yeah. No. Dalton Kincaid is very good, and they need him back. Latest injury news for Dalton Kincaid. Slate is questionable. So he might be ahead of schedule.
So, but what if Dawson Knox was out? Would we then miss Dawson Knox?
Probably.
Do we need both of them, both the DKs?
Probably. Yeah, so I don't know. The Bills, I don't want to say the Bills are going to look past this game because they still need to win games, get in the playoffs, but they do have the big game. Do they play the Patriots next week? Is that next week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge game.
Big game for the division. T-shirt and hat game, right? Okay, next game.
That's the game. That's the game, by the way.
300?
That's the game.
Colts minus 1.5 at Jaguars. Over-under is 48.5. The Indianapolis Colts have not beaten the Jaguars in Jacksonville since 2014. 10 straight.
That's a lot of calendar years.
Isn't that crazy? They're also overall, they're 3-16 against the spread versus the Jags since 2015. The Jags have always given the Colts some problems.
Yeah, so the Jags have won their last 10 games in the entire series when they're the home team.
Yeah.
Not just in Florida, but also in
London
England.
games?
In England, they did that too. In this game, it's going to be very funny and a good reminder of what football really is, because you've got Armstead and Trayvon Walker, both with broken hands. So we're going to have double club on the defensive line for the Jaguars.
They're going to club it up.
Running around trying to tackle a guy with a broken leg. That's what football is this time of year.
By the way, I got a little bit more of an explanation from our doctor, Dr. Dan, after we said, how the hell does Daniel Jones play with a broken leg? He sent me some words that I didn't fully understand about injuries, but essentially boiled it down to it's more of a ligament injury that has a bone displaced, so it's similar to a really bad ankle sprain.
Got it. There's different types of broken fibulas too.
Yes.
There's one where it's cracked that you can't really walk that much on.
Yeah.
And then you have the one that you get when you like sprain your ankle really badly.
So that's
and the ligament pulls some of the
That's exactly
fibula.
what it is. So it's a really bad sprained ankle is what he explained it to me. So that makes a lot more sense that Daniel Jones is playing.
So apparently he's got a 3D printed pad on his leg. And we noticed that last week when we watched him play. It looked like he had something like big shoved down his sock.
Yeah.
And it's a 3D printed pad that was built by his old teammates at Duke. They started a business, 3D printing
That's pretty cool.
injury pads, and now he's having that. He says that
Did you pay for the paywall for that article?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No.
I saw it as well.
Not
but
at all.
I
saw the interview.
Fuck it.
I saw the interview.
Oh, yeah. Greg Doyle had an article and it was paywall. And then my usual bypassing a paywall website doesn't work, so
Yeah.
I just didn't read it.
I would love to hear Greg Doyle's take on this, though.
He probably would be like, Keelan Clark.
Kalen Clark can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love the keys to Daniel Jones for a minute. Daniel Jones also said that they have an app for this pad that you wear on your. We have too many apps.
Yeah.
Too many apps. You have an app for everything in your life. Every company, everything you buy something from, they make you download their own personal app for it. Now we have an injury pad that you put over a broken leg that you have to have an app for.
Love it.
That's I think we've gone too far with the apps. But yeah, Daniel Jones still tough. Still very tough that he's playing with this with a broken leg.
Jaguars are playing with their throwback jerseys, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. Those are I think the first iteration of Jaguars jerseys, which were the best Jaguars jerseys. There was some pushback. Some people were like, "Oh, you hate the Colts." I don't hate the Colts. I said on Sunday that I think the Colts could be in deep water because the Colts have the toughest remaining strength of schedule based on win percentage.
Yeah.
So they played the Jaguars, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Jaguars, and the Texans. Those are all playoff teams right now. Obviously, the Texans are not technically a playoff team, but I think they will be in the playoffs. They're going to have to prove it down the stretch. We also have a guy who I hate. I do hate. I'll be honest with this. Blake Grupe. He just misses every kick whenever I need one. He's now on the Colts.
Did not know that.
He's on the Colts, and he took a shot at the Saints, saying to now be a part of the Colts and feel like I'm playing meaningful football. We're all working towards something here. Not really a shot, more just of a, yeah, I mean, the Saints are not good.
The nice thing about Blake Grupe, though, is if you look at him, you're like, that's a kicker.
Yeah.
He is like the creative player, generic creative player for kicker in Madden. Everything about this guy screams place kicker. And I like it when the kickers don't try to get jacked up.
Yep.
We've seen too much of that recently. Blake Grupe, his BMI is probably like 18, 15 maybe. He's, I think, like 5'7" and 140 pounds.
Yeah.
It's good to have a nerd on the team that kicks.
I just wanted people to know, because if Blake Grupe misses a kick, that's something that would piss me off if I bet on the Colts and then Blake Grupe misses a kick. You're like, wait, what the fuck? How's he on this team?
Yeah.
So that could sneak up on you.
It could. Be warned.
We also have I mean Liam Cohen, Coach of the Year. He's got to be in the running.
He's in the conversation. We'll have
Yeah.
the conversation
I
about
think
that.
the running is
I would say
Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Schottenheimer, Liam Cohen.
I would say Steichen too.
He's got to split at least.
If yeah, I mean,
You know what?
The Colts-
This might be the Coach of the Year game.
I think if the Jaguars or the Colts go 2-0 against the other,
Yeah.
then that puts them in the front. I think if they split,
Then it
it
goes.
goes to Vrabel or Ben Johnson.
I agree with that. I
probably.
think that this is leg one of the home and home Coach of the Year series. Yeah.
I mean Liam Cohen's done an incredible job.
Yes.
He really has. There were some people in this building who were predicting the Jaguars to have 4 wins.
But maybe Stephen Che's not wrong.
I didn't say who was.
Maybe he's just early like he was with the Barkley take.
Yeah, when Saquon Barkley runs for 2,000 yards next year, what do you say then?
Yeah.
Like you were still early?
Yeah. I was early, but then he would, if Saquon lives up to his expectations this year, or I should say lives down, continues to, then next year Che should be like, I'm predicting a bounce back year
Yeah.
for Saquon Barkley. That way, if he doesn't do it, Che will be like, he disappointed me.
He disappointed me.
Yeah.
All right, so right now, Coach of the Year on DraftKings is Mike Vrabel is the favorite. Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald is third.
Okay.
And then Shane Steichen and Liam Cohen.
Okay, but
So they're 4-5.
I do think like a sweep goes a long way here.
Yeah, I'd agree. Okay, next game. Steelers at Ravens. Ravens -6 over under 43.5. This is just so the Ravens have been favored against the Steelers this will be their fourth straight time being favored against the Steelers. They weren't favored in 3 straight times before that. Like they obviously were, like, the last game they were, but that's how this series has gone, where it flip-flops. And as an underdog against the Ravens, Mike Tomlin is 13-4-2 against the spread as head coach of the Steelers.
It's the dog bowl, though.
It's the dog bowl.
The underdog is 24-7-3 when Mike Tomlin faces Jim Harbaugh.
Right. But
Doesn't matter
this
who it
also
is.
feels like the most heat that Mike Tomlin's ever been under. The Penn State noise, which is very funny. He had to address that because Big Ben said on his podcast.
I love that.
Well,
Footballing with Big Ben.
yeah, football, and
What's so funny about that rumor is that if Penn State gets Mike Tomlin, they would essentially be saying like, "Hey, you know what we could really use is a coach that never really gets to the top, but always has us in the conversation."
Yes.
And then Pittsburgh, if Penn State wants your coach so bad, I almost feel like that would make the owners of the Steelers say, "Wait, they just fired a guy for always being close to the top, and now they can't hire one, and now they miss having that guy,
Yes.
and they want my guy." That would make me afraid of getting rid of Mike Tomlin.
Yes.
Like, what's going to happen after I get? Is Brian Hartline going to turn me down too?
yeah, you might be out in the woods.
Yeah.
This game though, I want to take the Steelers, but I just don't. I feel like they're so bad and they're so unimaginative. And now we have Mike Tomlin's sons trying to fight Jersey Jerry. That feels like a loss of focus in the locker room.
Possibly, but counterpoint, it was Aaron Rodgers' birthday this week.
42nd birthday.
And did you see the report from Jerry Dulac? He said Aaron Rodgers had his receivers, tight ends, and running backs to his house tonight to watch film and go over plays. Ben Skoranek brought a decorated cake.
Oh, wow.
And the players sang happy birthday to Rodgers, who turned 42 on Tuesday.
Okay.
That feels like players-only meeting, birthday party.
Yeah. A birthday party that becomes a players-only meeting?
Aaron Rodgers had a birthday party / players-only meeting.
Yes.
Which I don't know if that's ever been done before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like this might gel the offense a little bit.
It could be.
They might go. He might explode for like 200 yards and a
Throw
touchdown.
the ball 15 yards down the field?
Let's not get crazy.
I did like Mike Tomlin's quote on Marlon Humphrey. He called him the poster child for their turnover culture.
Okay. Yeah.
Ravens turnover culture.
That's good. Turnover culture. It's very important. Did you know that Asante Samuel Jr., he's on the Steelers now.
Mm-hmm.
They lead the league in sons, I believe. His dad has a podcast. Asante Samuel Sr. has a podcast.
I didn't know that.
It's called Say What Needs to Be Said, which is a great name for a podcast. That should be a segment on this show. And his dad's been talking shit about DK Metcalf already. He hasn't played a game for the Steelers yet, and his dad's already. We got all the dads in the NFL. Just they can't stop stirring up shit.
Yep.
He said DK's a non-factor. He's most of the problem. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers needs somebody to throw to. He's used to having elite receivers that can get open. DK can't provide that for Aaron, and DK is the reason that Aaron Rodgers is looking so old.
Okay.
I mean, strong words from your dad.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna sit with DK. He doesn't see. He might. This actually might motivate. I'm going to trust Asante Samuel Sr.
Yeah.
He's been in enough good locker rooms. He might be actually trying to coach the team.
DK, I mean, it has been just really bad to watch.
Really bad.
Really bad to watch. Mike Tomlin talked about that. So he had two good quotes. One was someone asked him, "What is it like for you personally when the fans are calling for you to go?" He said, "In general, I agree with them." So Mike Tomlin's, he's got the fans back. And then he said about finding the answers in the building. He said, those same ingredients have produced 6 wins as well as 6 losses, and so it's about how we cook it this week.
Same ingredients, different chef. But
how we cook it this week.
The problem is it's the same chef every week. So you're saying that the same chef
correct
varies week to week
yes.
in how he prepares the recipe.
I would like to see something out of the Ravens because I do not think the Ravens, Lamar Jackson something's been off. Their defense has obviously looked a lot better. But if the Ravens are going to start being taken for real, they should pound the Steelers. Mm-hmm. They should.
They should, but Lamar.
But Mike Tomlin.
There's something wrong. You're right. There's something wrong with Lamar because he's not running.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
It just looks off.
He hasn't run the ball. He's averaged 3 yards per carry since his hamstring injury.
Yeah. So something's up.
And he has not had a run of over 20 yards all year. Pretty crazy for Lamar Jackson.
Pretty crazy.
We're talking about
obviously he hasn't played a lot of the year, but yeah.
Right, but that's crazy that Lamar has not had a 20-yard run this season.
Agreed. I'm going to probably end up taking the Steelers.
I'm going to bet the Steelers.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
This is the exact situation where you have to bet the Steelers.
Yes. I hate it. Okay, next up, Seahawks, 7.5-point favorites over the Falcons, over under 43.5. Did you know Sam Darnold has been a favorite of 6 points or more 10 times as a starter in the NFL? He's 10-0 straight up, 8-2 against the spread in those games.
Did not know that.
That's pretty crazy.
I did not know that.
That one shocked me a little bit because if you told me like, oh, Sam Darnold is an 8-point dog, I thought it was going to be reverse. He doesn't cover, but the Seahawks defense is very, very good. Sam Darnold did not look great last week against the Vikings, but he also didn't really, the game flow there didn't really ask him to do a lot.
No, he didn't have to.
They've been in a lot of those games.
But they also, that's the thing that when you watch that game from last week, he didn't have to make too many throws. They dominated. But the Vikings also did a pretty good job defensively against him. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the two sides of the same coin. So the Vikings, they blitzed him 18 out of 30 dropbacks, so that's 60% of the time. They normally blitz 48% of the time. Mm-hmm. And the Falcons, they blitz the second most in football. Mm-hmm. They blitz usually at 36% of the time. So my guess is they're going to blitz him like half the time this weekend, and we'll see. I don't think that the Falcons are good enough as a whole on offense.
Well, it's the Seahawks defense is better. Did you know that the Seahawks defense, in terms of, so obviously the overall defense, we'll have to see after the season, but in a 7-game stretch, they have actually played better in a 7-game stretch this year than the best 7-game stretch of the Legion of the Boom.
I did not know that.
They're playing lights out football.
Yeah, they're awesome, and they are the best team in football against the spread. Yeah. And they have the best point differential in all football, too.
And Jackson Smith-Njigba did not have a good game last week, so I feel like he's going to have a good game this week. And Kirk Cousins, all the respect in the world to Kirk Cousins, but he is old, and he's playing against a really good defense.
Yeah, all the respect in the world to Kirk
all
Cousins.
Respect in the world.
I hope he gets another contract. I hope he earns a $500 million.
I want Kirk Cousins to come to this office and play some hoops with us. Remember he said that? That would be fun.
Kirk Cousins would be a great hang.
I do think Kirk Cousins actually would be pretty good in media just because he's a likable guy.
Yeah.
And he can make fun of himself a little bit.
He'd be like the best assistant principal you ever had.
Ever. Also Mike McDonald on the road. Good.
Yeah. Seahawks in general, very good on the road right now.
Yes. Okay. So what are we going to do with the TVs? Are we going to really go Steelers Ravens in the middle TV for Jerry?
I think.
Or should we just say fuck it, Bengals Bills?
Yeah.
Bengals Bills.
I think we got to go Bengals Bills in the middle.
Yeah. And then
if it's close, we can make some switch ups.
Because we have some obvious bottom TVs.
Yeah.
And that's one of the next games. Titans at Browns. Browns -4.5. Over under is 33.5. I just don't understand how you can have Shedeur Sanders 4.5 point favorite. Well, I know the Titans are really bad.
Yeah, I mean, did you watch them last week? It was very, very ugly. And they usually
it's Cam Ward's worst game.
They usually do pretty good against the Jaguars at home, no matter what's going on with the Titans. But yeah, this is TV number 6 for us. I think we're gonna have it on
7,
maybe 7. Put it over on the side TV. That's where the Titans usually live.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deshaun Watson. The window's open.
The window is open.
The 6 worst words in sports. Deshaun Watson has entered the window. Mm-hmm. Now, I think that Shedeur doesn't have anything to worry about this season. They want to see what they got in him.
Yes.
And they'll give him a pretty long leash for the rest of the year. And I think I figured out Shedeur because we talked about it a little bit on Monday of how, like, I said I didn't really understand how polarizing Shedeur was. Because I know that he is polarizing.
Yeah.
But I think the most controversial parts of Shedeur Sanders are actually not Shedeur Sanders. It's what other people say about Shedeur Sanders.
Yes.
I think as far as like a personality goes and a player goes, he's like a pretty normal starting quarterback.
Yep.
He's cocky, but I think every starting quarterback coming into the league, they have to have this almost irrational belief in themselves. Mm-hmm. So Shedeur's nothing different. His dad obviously rubs people the wrong way. Other people love Dion, and that gets transferred onto Shedeur. But as a guy goes, I don't think that Shedeur is the reason. It's everybody else talking about Shedeur.
I think he's partially the reason. I mean, he said, "I'm him." He said he said this is what the Browns have been waiting for. I wouldn't say Shedeur isn't. He's not completely. He's cocky.
Yeah, he's cocky.
He's very cocky.
He's cocky, but the league is filled with cocky guys.
Of course, but he's cocky. He hasn't done anything in the league
But
yet.
he has a unique ability to make people crazy.
Yes, but I would put a little bit on Shedeur. His answers are a little, and listen. I like having Shedeur in the league, and I think that it's good entertainment. But it's not like he's. I mean, remember he did the interview where he didn't say a word.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Where
like
he did the mime thing. Yeah,
he's doing some things
Mime time.
that are worthy of being a lightning rod.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I don't think it's just his dad.
He's not completely absolved of it, but the conversations around Shedeur are by far the most controversial part about him.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, what was the Kendrick Perkins? He said the most important.
Most important black man since Barack Obama.
Yep, that's Shedeur Sanders.
That's an awesome take.
He can't cover 4.5, can he?
I think the defense might.
Can he cover 4.5? Maybe the defense can. 4.5 is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Hank? I mean, no one should bet this game is really what the answer is.
Oh, I'm betting it.
This game is...
I'm betting the over.
I'm taking the under.
You're taking... Okay. This is just you're going Shedussi?
/ Browns defense.
Yeah, mostly Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I don't
When
know.
total's that low, you need one punt return, one defensive touchdown, and you're in it.
Big time.
But you could also make, yeah.
But also the game could suck and there could be no points.
Of course.
Yeah. That's gambling.
Yeah.
I don't see how can the Titans score more than 10 points in this game?
How can the Browns score more than 10 points?
Fumbles, yeah. Sack.
Legendary.
I mean, how could they score more than 10 points?
I think the roadmap is you get one touchdown off a strip sack by Myles Garrett, maybe a muffed punt from the Titans. You get possession at like the 5-yard line. Quinshon Judkins gets the ball in the Wildcat, runs it in. We're up to 14 points.
I
right
also
there.
just figured out Shedeur Sanders could just throw 3 picks in his own territory. That's how the Titans score more than 10 points.
Yeah.
That's easily how the
Listen,
Titans
I'm
score
not
more
saying
than
that
10
I'm
points.
confident the Titans are going to cover. I'm more saying that it's just crazy the Browns are 4.5 point favorites. If they were 2.5 points, I'd be like, okay. Yeah. Even then, this should just be a pick 'em. Because who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But you're going to bet the Browns.
I'm going to think about betting the Browns, but I'm going to take the under.
Okay. Next game. Commanders at Vikings. Vikings minus 1.5, over under 41.5. Is Jaden Daniels playing?
I still don't know.
Okay.
I don't think that he is, but he might.
Okay.
So I'm at like 60% that he's not going to play.
Are you worried about 9?
I think that this defense for the Commanders is not as good as what we saw. We had a nice little burst of energy against the Broncos last week.
We also have to remember the Broncos play every single
game.
game on the road,
Yeah.
especially close.
Yes. And I think that the defense has not been fixed. There's been no major like personnel reassignments or anything like that. Dan Quinn is in charge of calling the defense, which I think it does make a difference, but I still think that the problems that we have are going to be the problems moving forward for the team. I think 9 might light us up this week.
I actually think this might be where you want to buy some 9 stock.
I think this is the
I'm
perfect
going to
time.
buy some 9 stock this week.
You know what? I think 9 might go off.
Really?
I think he might throw for 300 this weekend.
Do you? No way. 300
Against the Commanders defense?
300.
Yeah.
Do you if Jaden Daniels is healthy, are you want him to play or no?
All right, so I keep going back and forth on it. Big picture.
Yeah.
Imagine he gets hurt.
Yeah, but then why play football?
I understand. That's why I'm saying big picture.
Yeah.
Big picture, if he gets hurt, I'm going to be like, why the fuck was Jaden Daniels playing in this game? And going into next year, I'm going to be just thinking bad thoughts about Dan Quinn and the Commanders.
Okay.
Counterpoint, good football players want to play football when they're healthy.
Correct.
And there is something to be said for competing and for winning games down the stretch that don't mean anything. Mm-hmm.
Build momentum into next year.
Build momentum into next year. And I really enjoy watching Jaden Daniels play football.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten to see him play that much with Terry on the outside and a relatively healthy offensive line. So big picture, I do not want to see Jaden Daniels play. Small picture, I would really like to see Jaden Daniels play this weekend.
You just got to look at Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
That was the same thing of why is Joe Burrow playing in this game? And then you have that big win, and it's like, oh, okay, this is fun. This is meaningful football to the fans.
Yeah.
And you're building off something to go into next year. You got to want your guys to play. If he's fully, he has to be
fully
120% healthy.
120%.
120% healthy.
That's a lot of percent healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a blind resume for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so both quarterbacks have played exactly 251 plays at quarterback this year. Quarterback 1 is 19th in EPA for play, 15th success rate, 10th in CPOE, 2nd in ADOT.
What are those? I don't know.
ADOT is
ADOT is average depth of target, meaning they're
Pushing
short
the ball
throws, check down.
downfield, yeah.
CPOE is completion percentage over expected, meaning like they're putting the ball on
So
the
give
money.
us those numbers again.
19th EPA, 15th success rate, 10th in CPOE, 2nd in ADOT.
Okay.
Player B, 26th in EPA, 20th success rate, 32nd in CPOE, which is completion percentage over expected, meaning like they're accurate, putting the ball on the money. 23rd in ADOT.
But
would you rather
it
have as your
matters though
quarterback?
who they're playing around, like who's on the team.
A lot of that has to do with like drops.
Well, it's the same team.
and- okay.
Who's player A?
Who would you rather at quarterback?
I think I'm going to take player B.
Okay.
The one that's
Yeah, I'm going to
Worse
take.
than
Yeah,
all of them?
I
All
would
the
much
stats.
rather have player B.
Okay. Who are these players?
player A is Marcus Mariota, player B is Jane Daniels.
All right.
Both this
yeah,
season.
Jaden. Let's
So
go with
yeah,
Jaden.
you want to lose. That makes sense.
I want Jaden.
You want
I
to
want Jaden.
you
I want
want to
Jaden
lose.
to tank.
You want to tank, so you want the player that's had worse stats this year.
I've got another blind resume for you. But this is it's a different spin on the blind resume.
Okay.
So normally with blind resume, you don't get the names and you get the stat, and you have to pick. Okay, and
That's
this, yeah, that's how you normally do a blind resume.
That's how we just did it.
Yeah, I'm doing a reverse blind resume. So I'm going to give you the names, and then you try to figure out what stat is missing from what all these names have in common. Okay? Deshaun Kaiser, Tim Tebow, Zach Mettenberger, Desmond Ritter, Dan Orlovsky, J.P. Lossman, Christian Ponder. What stat is missing?
Right-handed quarterbacks.
No, they're not all right-handed. Tim Tebow.
Shit.
I think I know.
Hank, do you have a guess?
Winning percentage above 50%.
Deshaun Kaiser. What? Deshaun Kaiser.
No, I'm saying that none of them have it.
No, that's not the stat that they all have in common.
I guess winning percentage below 50%.
They're all Browns quarterbacks.
Not all of them. Nope.
Do you want me to guess?
Yeah.
I think they may have all thrown for 300 yards.
They all have thrown for
Oh,
300
God.
yards in a football game in the NFL. All those guys. Deshaun Kaiser, Johnny Football,
We got a stat off.
Tim Tebow, Mettenberger.
This should be a segment. Just
Ritter.
everyone comes with a hate stat,
It's
insult stat.
trivia time.
I'm actually surprised. PFT has been walking around just giving this stat to everyone.
Yeah.
We're on a bye. Who cares?
You thought about it.
We are
so
talking about
intently.
Commanders Vikings.
Big Cat thought about this for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
he was
and
like trying to
he
put
was
together like a
dude,
real
it's not
answer.
that hard. And I was like, oh shit.
It was
Yeah.
like, what is the one thing that PFT is
I was
researching
like, they all
these days?
played in shit.
All right, well, listen, if you watch Commanders football and you think that Marcus Mariota is a better quarterback than Jane Daniels, you should have your head examined.
Well, that's not what Hank said. He just said the stats.
Yeah.
I just go by the numbers.
Yeah, you just go. Listen, I'm just going by the numbers.
Which
too.
you do too with
I
the
w-
300-yard thing. You
Yeah.
just go by the numbers.
Numbers never lie.
Yeah. We got stat off.
Good stat off. Hank's not blinking on it. I'm not blinking on my stat, big boy.
I like your stat because it's like you're gonna have nothing else soon enough, and you know that.
Don't be so sure.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, I think PFT will be able to find something else.
Yeah, listen, Drake May's having.
It's also like when he does it in the playoffs, it's just gonna be
yeah. So
pure.
the other stat could be like, how many playoff wins does your quarterback have?
right.
Marcus Mariota definitely has a playoff win.
He's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, when it comes down to it, I would rather see Jaden Daniels play, even though it makes no sense for like his health and where we're at in the season. I don't care. I like watching him play football. He's awesome.
Do you have anything to say though for Marcus Mariota playing better than Jaden Daniels this year?
Yeah, if you've watched the tape, that's 0% chance that any NFL general manager would take Mariota over Jaden Daniels.
No, that's not what I said. He I'm not saying you
Yeah,
take
'cause he's
Jaden
younger.
Daniels over. I'm not saying you take Marcus Mariota over Jaden Daniels. It's that Marcus Mariota has played better this year than Jaden Daniels.
I think you could look at a couple games on there, one specifically against the Raiders, and say that if Jaden Daniels had played against the Raiders, he probably would have gone off against them, because that's the one that's bringing Mariota's stats up. Is that game?
Mariota just lit up the Broncos' best defense.
Excuse me, Mariota.
Mariota played well against the Broncos.
32nd CPOE.
completion. What is that one again?
Completion percentage over expected, meaning they're putting the ball
I don't
on the
understand
money.
those.
Yeah, what is completion percentage over expected, meaning like that's a run after the catch?
No, I think
like it's like they're like
that's a pass
just-
that's not expected to be completed.
Yeah.
And he's making it.
Okay, yeah. So
well defended.
so I would
You
also
need to put the ball on the money, and Jaden Daniels does not do that.
I would also imagine that has a lot to do with Terry not really playing with him,
With who?
with Jaden.
He didn't play with Marcus either, right?
No, Terry's played with Marcus, yeah,
Just this last
a
week.
few times. He had those 2 catches against the Chiefs. I would imagine helped out significantly with that. He had some great catches against the Broncos.
He
this
did have
week.
those catches against the Chiefs. Those
Yeah.
are nice. Yeah. Okay, so are you worried about 9?
I'm very worried about 9.
Gotta be.
9's been hearing for the past 2 weeks how much he sucks. Mm-hmm. And I think this is a different mindset that we're going to get.
This might be 9 week.
Yep.
This might be 9 week. Okay, the second to last early game, Dolphins Jets. Memes. I think you guys are going to win this game.
Me too.
It's gonna be a fun game.
I have one other stat about 9 real quick.
Okay.
All right, so this is what CBS put out. So if you put 9 up against every first-round quarterback since 2016 that played in their first 2 seasons, McCarthy's first 6 starts have him 34th out of 35 quarterbacks in EPA per dropback, 32nd in completion percentage, 34th in turnover-worthy throws, and dead last with interceptions and passer rating.
Okay.
So there's one quarterback that overall ranks worse on the list in EPA per dropback. Do you know who that would be?
How many years?
This is over their first 2 seasons.
But how many years back does it go?
Since 2016.
I don't know.
It's Jared Goff.
Oh.
So things can turn around.
Things can turn around.
So maybe we're just now might be a great time, like you said, to buy stock in the 9 market.
I mean, he can't be as bad as Brosmer.
Can't be.
You can't.
That was probably the best thing to happen to him.
Right. Right. That's got all the confidence in the world.
Yep.
Being like, hey, look, I can actually throw the ball. Okay, Dolphins and Jets. Jets are 2.5-point underdogs. Over-unders 40.5. I like the Jets this weekend, memes. I do. I really do.
I would like the Jets if it was colder.
How cold is it going to be?
40?
42 degrees,
That's
light
cold enough.
wind.
That's cold enough. Tua, I believe the stat is under 46 degrees. He's 0-7 lifetime.
Ooh, I think this is gonna be a back and forth game.
I see. We predicted the Dolphins would obviously have this little run because they played absolutely nobody, and I do think the Jets are playing. They're playing spirited football. They're playing hard, right?
Right.
They're trying hard.
Counterpoint point here: the Dolphins are a team that loves screens. Jets don't defend well against screens.
Oh, that's not good. No. So A-Chain,
Achane, probably Darren Waller.
How do you pronounce A-Chain?
I think
I think that's right.
People were saying I was wrong.
I've heard A-Chan.
A-Chan. That's right.
I've heard A-Chain too.
A-Chain.
Is this the first? Is this the first ever Capri Bowl between coaches?
Well, they already played.
Right. But the first matchup, the only
because I think we brought it up when they played last time.
Yeah, the only matchup that has Capris.
Yes. I don't know if they'll both be Capris with 40-degree weather, though.
If you're about that life, be about that life.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, McDaniels, sometimes he'll do like the fisherman pants.
Like the kid in Christmas Story.
Yeah.
You just get all bundled up.
I kind of like I don't know. I think Jets are fighting. Also, Tyrod Taylor is 63% in his career against the spread. That's what he does. He covers spreads.
I love that.
That's pretty crazy.
I do like the Jets here. I feel like they're playing aggressive, memes.
Are you wearing your New Jerseys?
Yes, it's rivalry week.
And the field is going to look weird.
It's gonna look cool.
I would go weird.
I think cool.
I think weird is more like it.
No, it's definitely cool.
All right, Hank and PFT, you be the judge. Is this weird or cool?
Yeah,
Weird.
That kind of looks like
Graphic design.
I say cool.
The middle is
I say
weird.
cool means
The end zones are very cool.
The end zones are cool, but the middle of the field is weird.
it looks like the Gotham City Jets.
Yeah.
You should. That looks like a fighter jet right there.
It's
PFT.
Gotham Jets.
Well, it looks like a fighter jet.
The
I don't know,
middle?
the one in the middle.
Hey, it's a jet.
What kind of plane is
Like
that?
on the middle of the field?
Yeah.
That's some type of plane.
That's
That's like
you
the
not-
plane from the beginning
No,
of Top Gun.
Are you talking about the B2? You're
guys
talking about
know
the
that,
you're talking about the experimental SR-72.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's
Hank,
what you were talking
no,
about.
Hank, because that the tail fin on that is way too big.
Got it.
Way too big.
It also looks like a slipper.
It kind of, if you turn it sideways,
It's art.
It's
it's
art.
art. Midfield.
It's art. You guys don't
midfield-
appreciate art.
I see the slipper. I definitely see the slipper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
see the
slipper.
slipper.
Yeah, it's
too.
definitely a slipper.
Could be a spaceship. And
It's
not
like a
jet.
spa slipper. Yeah.
Yeah, like super thin bottom.
It's a free spa slipper.
Yeah. So
Do you mean-
what are the uniforms though?
They're black, I think. I don't know.
No, they're a shade of green.
Oh, they're dark green, right?
Yeah, dark. Pull it up.
Yeah, those are like black, almost black.
Okay,
They're
don't
green
love.
to almost black.
I don't love the uniforms. You know,
I think they're cool uniforms too. Don't let them talk to you like this, memes. These are cool uniforms.
I just don't
cool
like the
feels.
Jets. I
PFT
don't,
hates the Jets.
I don't like that logo. I think the uniforms are cool. The logo is weird. The slipper logo.
and so are the Dolphins also wearing rivalry?
No, they already wore those.
Okay, so it's a one-sided rivalry.
Oh,
thing.
that kind of
Okay.
sucks. You got to get the. Well, no, you actually would rather have the Dolphins wear their candy ass uniforms
Yeah.
in the Colts.
So Dolphins are going to be wearing white.
Candy ass.
I like the Jets. I still do.
Yep, same.
I love the Jets memes.
hate 'em.
You know that about me.
You hate them.
I don't know where the PFT hates the Jets narrative got started with memes, but I love it. I
PFT
love
commenter, Pro Football Talk commenter,
Jets.
comes from
Gotcha.
Pro Football Talk.
You see the three.
Friends with Diana Rossini.
You see the three letters, and
Systematic Florioism.
You have to admit that you are close to at least a lot of Jets haters.
I'm well-known associate of two of the biggest Jets haters.
You might not be a made man in the Jets hater mafia, but
Yeah.
you're out on the street earning for
Hey,
it.
I'm a friend of theirs.
You're getting brought in on a RICO case.
Yeah,
friend of
for
theirs,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're getting locked up with all of them.
but I'm gonna rat on them.
When the Jets are at the top of the league and memes puts everyone in jail, you're going to jail.
That's the thing, though. Is like I'll show you how close I am because I'm gonna flip.
Did anyone watch Cocaine Quarterback?
No. Did you watch the Philly Mob Wars?
No.
Oh, so good, dude.
I gotta
watch
watch that.
it.
You guys should watch Cocaine Quarterback. It's good.
I think
That's
you
good
should
shit.
watch Philly Mob Wars first.
All right. Well, I'll watch that.
No, you have to watch that before I watch.
You probably know the
Cocaine
cheesesteak
Quarterback.
guy.
Yeah, Joey Merlino,
I
Skinny Joe.
I know someone associated with him.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you do? You can't count in a do.
No.
Okay. You know someone who knows someone?
Well, I just through like Instagram DMs.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Be careful.
Watch it. It's really good.
I will watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Saints at Bucs. Bucs minus 8.5. Over under 42.5. I don't care about this game.
I kind of like
Bucs are gonna win.
I kind of like the Saints against the spread, though.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of points. Rivalry game. The Bucs haven't looked that great recently,
Cam Jordan.
and Tyler Shuck doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Cam Jordan said it's always playing here or retiring, talking about his future. But maybe it's not.
Okay.
So
All right.
I don't really know what that means. He kind of surprised himself on that.
Yeah, he thought about it more.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, my agent's going to kill me.
It would be nice to not be here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Bucs are going to win this game. They're in the must win, especially these type of games. And the Saints are just a bummer. Saints are going to be the Saints owner is going to be on the list of bad owners that we're going to call out.
I think it's good. See, these are some Tyler Shuck throws.
Yeah,
He's not playing that bad.
No, he throws a nice ball.
He's throwing the ball really well.
his second half last
And-
week against the Dolphins was good.
I'm skeptical about the Bucs until I see Baker play a game where he looks like he's healthy. And then and then once that happens, I'm going to be like, yeah, the Bucs are for real.
He didn't look unhealthy last week.
Yeah, but he hasn't really looked like himself that much recently.
No,
But
Look
once
at
he
that
gets
dart.
if he gets healthy, yeah, the Bucs they should blow out a team like the Saints. But I think for now, 8.5 points is a lot of points.
Yeah. Okay. Broncos minus 7.5. Raiders over under 40.5. It's another one I just don't. I don't know. I feel like I've tried to talk myself. The Broncos do play every game close, but the Raiders are an abomination to football. Mm-hmm. So I can't I can't take the Raiders, but I also don't want to take the Broncos -7.5.
I mean, it's an important game.
The
It
Broncos
is.
are going for the 1 seed.
So if the Broncos win, that would put them ahead of the Patriots, which is they go down to the two different. I think this would be the third level of tiebreaker.
I think it's in conference.
So it's going to be. They might have to go to common opponents, and the Broncos would be 6-0 against the common opponents that they have.
Yeah.
And the Patriots lost to the Raiders in Week 1. So this is actually it's pretty important for the seeding. The Broncos, I don't think that they don't stand out as being an awesome team because they play such close games and they need like fourth quarter comebacks and they do stupid stuff every now and again. But I don't see the Raiders being the team to stop them.
This is one of those games where it's impossible because every sign points to just take the points because the Broncos they played an overtime game, Sunday Night Football. They have not been impressive on the road. They've won games close margin, but then on the other side, it's the Raiders, and they're truly just horrific to watch.
Yeah, I've got this is the mild interesting stat of the week.
Ooh, nice.
Do you know who has the most pass interference calls against them in the entire NFL?
Mahomes.
No, I mean like from cornerback.
Oh,
Defensively.
defensively.
Against them, yeah.
Riley Moss.
Riley Moss is number 1 by far.
Whoa.
He's got, I believe, 7. Next closest guy has 4.
I can't say that was like smart that I guessed that. I just did the deductive reasoning of it's probably a Bronco.
Yep.
And it's not Surtain.
Smart. At first I saw that stat, I was like, is this reverse racism against Riley Moss? He's being targeted more for playing cornerback in the same neighborhoods, and they're like, that guy, he stands out. Like if you're driving a red car down the street, you'll get pulled over for speeding more often.
Yeah.
But then I dug deeper into it.
Is that true?
That's what I've heard.
Okay. I'll believe it.
Do you know?
because you have 2 red cars.
It is, yeah. Yeah. It's a great excuse, though. Like, that's why the red light camera.
Well, it's not my fault.
Yeah. It's this fucking color. Do you know who has the least amount of pass interferences against
Is
them?
that Patrick Surtain?
No, it's actually Cooper DeJean.
Oh.
So my thesis was immediately proved incorrect on that one.
Okay.
But mild interesting stat, Riley Moss, most pass interference calls. But as we've learned, it's not always a bad thing if you're getting PIs because it means that you're close enough to touch the guy.
Yeah. Means maybe the refs suck.
Yeah.
Okay, Bears, Packers.
Also, shout out Alex Singleton. We didn't
Yeah.
talk about him. Had a ball removed, I think.
Really?
Yeah, he had testicular cancer.
Yeah, they thought that he tested positive for steroids
Oh,
because his
I saw
testosterone
that.
was spiked, but it was because he had testicular
That's
cancer.
insane.
So he had
Eagle for life.
So he had surgery, came back, like 4 weeks later,
That's crazy.
and then actually had the second most important hand on his ball of his career when he broke up that pass to Zach Ertz.
Yeah. That's crazy. What a beast.
Baller.
Yeah, baller. Singular. Okay, Bears and Packers. Packers -6.5, over under 44.5. Do you guys have any thoughts on this game?
Can't wait.
I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
Very excited for
This
this
is
game.
this is a big one. Are you scared? That's my question.
All right, so-
like I know that
Yeah.
I know your thoughts about the Bears. I know where you sit on them. You believe in Ben Johnson. You believe in the direction the team's going. Are you scared?
Okay, so I've done something here where I'm going to pour some cold water on myself for my excitement for the Bears, and then I'll tell you my answer. But I'm just going to give you some stats first.
Okay.
So these are just I basically, like, last night I was getting ready for the show, and I was like, I'm going to scare myself as much as possible. And it's not hard to scare yourself when you look up Bears and Packers stats.
Right.
This is pretty much the first time that both teams have been good at the same time. And that's the Bears' fault more than anything, obviously. The 2018 year when the Bears were good, the Packers were not. But it's been the first time that they're both good in like 15 years. So here are the scare me stats. In December, Matt LaFleur coach teams have been dominant. They're 20-4 straight up and 13-10 against the spread. So Matt LaFleur becomes a really good coach down the stretch. Jordan Love, Toyota-thon. They all Packers fans, when Toyota-thon starts, Jordan Love gets really, really good. So in the first 10 weeks of the season, Love and the Packers are 12, 13-1 straight up. From week 11 on, he's 15-7 as a quarterback. And then here's the one that's really scary. The Bears, obviously, I've talked about it at length. They live and die on the takeaways. They are plus 17 through 12 games, the best mark in the NFL by 8 turnovers. So the Bears have 17 interceptions, the most in the league, and they're plus 17 on turnovers. The only team since 2000 with 17 plus interceptions and plus 17 turnover margin through 12 games. They've been very boom or bust. 5 out of 6 have lost their first playoff game. The 6 were the 2007 Patriots, who obviously had a very good team overall. This is all the cold water. I think the Bears can win this game.
So
I'm not scared.
You're not scared.
I'm not scared, and I'm also going into this game thinking in a very reasonable fashion. Maybe it's I'm getting older. I went to sleep at 8:30 last night. I was just tired.
That's excellent. Well, when it's 4:30, it feels like it's 9.
Yeah, it was just 8:30 came around, and the Badgers were playing Northwestern, and they were up by 25, 8 minutes in the game, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the plug. I'm going to bed. So maybe I'm just getting old, but I've had a calmness, and maybe it's Ben Johnson. The Bears play the Packers in 2 weeks. We got to split them. So I'm going into this game. I actually think the Bears can win, and if they lose, I'm not going to freak out.
What if they kick the shit out of you?
Not going to freak out.
You need to split them. Would you rather win game 1, lose game 2, or lose game 1, win game 2?
Good question.
Defend home field.
It's an easy answer.
Although there is
Because-
a part of me, Packers fans will deny this. The pressure's on the Packers. They're the all-in team with Micah Parsons trade.
Yeah.
Like they traded draft capital. They were supposed to be one of the best teams in the league. They have started to look like that. The Bears are a quintessential like year early type of team right now where it's been so much fun, but I don't think anyone expected them to be in the beginning of December sitting at the 1 seed.
Yeah, I think that the Packers. It's also smart for you to say that you'd rather win the one at home because then if you lose this one, then you're like it's going according to plan.
Yeah.
We just have to win at home, and plus that would be more leading into the playoffs, so you'd feel better about that. The Packers on paper are a better team, but they haven't played that. There've only been a couple games this season where they put it all together, and 2 of those are against the Lions, where they've looked really, really good. Mm-hmm. So I don't hate the Bears to cover this weekend.
I mean, we can run the ball. Devontae Wyatt being out for the Packers is a very big deal in their run stopping. Jordan Love could look awesome. Jordan Love could do what he did last week against the Lions, and that will be a problem. But we have gotten healthier on the defense. Our secondary is a lot healthier. I think the Bears can win this game. I really do. I'm not going to because I know that like if the Packers win this game, I can't then be like, oh, I didn't think I think the Bears can win this game.
All time, the Packers have 108 wins against the Bears. That's tied for the most in NFL history. Do you know who else is tied?
For the most against the Bears?
One franchise against another franchise.
I
did not know this.
Is this a Jets hate stat?
No, it's not. No, I don't hate the Jets. This
What's
is actually
the stat?
it's a self-hate stat.
Oh, it's Cowboys Commanders?
No, it's the Giants and the Commanders.
Oh.
Yeah, the New York Giants.
Whoa.
Pretty crazy.
I think the Bears can win this game. I do. It's going to be hard. Packers are a very good team, but I think they can win this game. And I have reshifted my like we have to make the playoffs. I said that. We have to make the playoffs. If you don't make the playoffs, it's an utter disaster. But I also I'm not pretending that I think that we're the best team in the NFC. I said it on Monday. I'm at a point now where I am not scared of any team in the NFC, which is a great like mentality to have where it's like I think the Bears can compete with every single team in the NFC.
Yeah, well, put it this way. You guys just beat the shit out of the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. The goalposts have moved, by the way. The Eagles are now the worst team ever and the worst offense ever is what they're being called.
Well, what's crazy
Well,
is
the worst offense ever. That one is fair.
But their defense was thought of as one of the best defenses in the league.
so transitive property, you beat the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Eagles beat the Packers.
Yeah.
10-7.
Yeah.
In Lambeau.
In Lambeau.
I'm excited for this game. Now, there's one thing that making me a little nervous is remember Ben Johnson, maybe the only mistake. I don't even want to say it's a mistake because we don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. But he did take that shot at Matt LaFleur in his opening press conference.
He started a fight.
And they don't know each other.
He started a fight.
And Matt LaFleur is a very good coach, and I'm a little nervous about that where Matt LaFleur's like, I don't fucking forget that shit.
I would say 2 things. People who rarely make mistakes when presenting themselves in open to the media. You had Ben Johnson just start a fight with a guy, and then you had Dan Katz say to Matt LaFleur, "You're a pussy."
Yep.
You
Did do that. That was by accident, though.
You did call him a pussy.
That was by accident.
But you called the man a pussy.
I did, but I wanted to say on the record that was by accident because we were lucky enough on this show to get to know different people in the sports world, and we know Matt LaFleur well enough, and I've talked to him enough and, had a beer with him and felt comfortable enough calling him a pussy. Afterwards, I was like, that was kind of crazy that you called the NFL head coach a pussy.
Do you think that he's thought about you calling him a pussy?
Probably not, knowing him.
Do you think that after the game, if the Packers win, he will then think or be reminded about?
I don't know.
I should call you a pussy.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I did apologize to him.
I think you did
privately.
on the spot.
Yeah, I think I did. I mean,
on the spot.
that was a crazy move.
It was a
heat check moment.
The next show, there was an apology.
It was a heat check moment.
It'd be a real shame if John Kuhn was listening to this podcast like he does from time to time and let Matt LaFleur know about Pussygate.
Well, no, he does know because I called him it to his face.
Yeah, but just remind him.
Yeah.
That would be very funny if he addressed it.
Oh man. See, I'm excited for this game because I'm not going in being like we have to win. We just have to the Bears just one game at a time. Let's fucking beat the Packers.
You might be right. You might be right because the Bears didn't need to vote to ban the tush push or start a petition to ban the tush push to defeat it. Mm-hmm. You figured it out. Just coming through the side door.
Figured it out. Yeah, Nashawn Wright. Okay, Rams Cardinals. Rams minus 7.5 over under 48.5. Similar to Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay in December is very good at coaching football. He's 26-11 straight up in the month of December, winning 8 in a row outright entering this year. I do like the Rams in this game because I just feel like that was a bad, everything went bad type of game last week in Carolina. You'll get the best effort.
Yeah, I think that if there's a guy that can get over a loss, it's probably Matt Stafford. Mm-hmm. He's had some experience with that. Losses he dealt with enough when he was in Detroit where one bad game isn't going to fuck him up. I think I didn't see anything from Matt Stafford last week that made me think, is there something wrong? I didn't think, is the back hurting again for Matt Stafford? I just thought, bad game for Matt Stafford. It happens.
There is a Matt Stafford stat that's out there that we're on watch now, and it's actually it's a bad stat, but it's actually, if you think about it long enough, it's a good stat. Matthew Stafford is second all-time most pick sixes. He's behind Brett Favre. Matthew Stafford has 31. Brett Favre has 32. And you're like, ooh, that's a bad stat. And then you realize if you throw 31 pick sixes, that means you're very, very good because you played long enough that it didn't actually matter.
That a pick six doesn't define you.
Yeah. The worst is a guy who threw 8 pick sixes and played for 2 years.
The Matt Schaub years.
Yes.
There's a reason why I didn't stick around as a starter for that long.
It's actually kind of a compliment stat that the rest of your game is so good that 31 pick sixes are completely irrelevant.
So this is a great time for this game because Stafford is 14-3 against the Cardinals since he's been since 2017. So the Rams as a whole.
Okay.
Are 14-3 against the Arizona Cardinals since 2017.
So they own them.
So they own them. They own them, and I think that Jacoby Brissett could probably end up throwing for 60 passes, 60 pass attempts in this game, because that's their game plan. It's just let Jacoby go out there and have fun.
Since week 6, Jacoby Brissett leads the NFL in completions, passing yards, first down passing, 300-yard games. Ooh, 4 of them.
Wow,
that's a lot.
Pretty good.
And he's been throwing it everywhere.
Big Cat, do you think that Drake May could become the first MVP to not have a 300-yard game?
Wait, is that true? Has there ever been an MVP
in the modern era?
In the modern era
that I'm arbitrarily defining as post Terry Bradshaw.
Okay.
Yeah, the modern era of football.
Was he good?
Won 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, pretty good.
I think if you look at Terry Bradshaw's stats, he probably sucked.
In the era.
In compared to today.
Yeah.
Actually, look up Terry Bradshaw's stats. They're probably hilarious.
I don't think it's like Joe Namath.
No, it's not Joe Namath, but it definitely is not. What's the most touchdowns Terry Bradshaw threw for in a year? What do you guys think?
I'm going to guess 30. I think Terry aired it out a little bit.
28. I mean, that's funny, though.
Yeah.
To think about where we're at. His best year was 28. He threw 20 interceptions that year. His best year passing was 3,700 yards. These are
He averaged
funny.
182 yards per game that year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The NFL used to be very, very different. Yeah, 28
And he won
touchdowns.
MVP.
Yep.
He won MVP?
He won MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said in the post Terry Bradshaw era.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually looked that stat up.
Okay. Yeah, that Terry Bradshaw. Very funny stat. I mean, yeah,
How much time a week do you think you think about Drake?
This
May?
week was an outlier. This week I'd say probably 20 hours. Yeah.
no naps.
No naps.
Bye
That,
week.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing. It's just interesting, Hank.
20
is.
hours.
Well, we can't talk about stats on this show anymore?
No,
We're a
it's
stats
great.
show. We're an analytically driven podcast.
I got some stats.
Oh, you have
Are
more?
you making up another acronym?
Drake May is on pace to be the fourth quarterback to lead the NFL in QB win percentage, completion percentage, pass yards, and passer rating in a season. He would be the first to do so before turning 30.
QB win percentage.
He's
That's crazy.
23.
What's their opponent's QB win percentage?
That's not the stat I read.
That's the I do QB win percentage plus.
Drake May is the only player in the NFL with 200-plus passing yards in every game this season. Monday marked May's 10th straight game with an 80-plus passer rating and a win, tying with Hall of Famer Dan Marino in 1984 for longest such streak for a player prior to turning 24 since at least 1950.
How much time have you spent this week looking into Drake May stats?
He's
a good quarterback,
I have a
man. You
great.
don't- you don't need to
thankfully for
impress
me, I
us.
have a great stats department.
You don't have to impress
so
us.
I don't even
Hank.
have to spend that much time.
We all agree that he's
Shout out to Gaz.
a great quarterback.
Cardi B enthusiast.
Yeah.
Points per drive defensively. How many top half of the league defenses has Drake May faced?
Play who you play.
I don't know the answer to that.
2.
Okay. Who are they?
The Bills are 15th,
Win.
and the Browns are 5th.
Win.
You beat the Browns?
Smoked him.
That actually was the Bills win. That's the thing is the Drake May's had 2 games, the Bills and the Bucs, where he's answered it. You can't really say anything.
Are the Bills and the Bucs good?
It'd be a real shame.
I
if
think
they
the
finished-
Bills in Buffalo. Both games on the road.
It'd be a real shame if they both somehow finished under 500 this year.
That's what PFT's rooting for.
I don't give a fuck. We're going to be in the playoffs.
It'd be a real shame.
And then we'll show.
And then you show
Wake me up when the playoffs start.
20 hours.
No naps, Hank. You
Lot of
can't-
Drake May.
PFT is going to wake me up
You
when
just-
the draft starts.
You just said you're going to take a nap for the rest of the month.
Hibernation. Yeah.
Okay, Sunday Night Football. The Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. Guys, I got to be honest. So the Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 41.5. I got to be honest. I'm getting a little nervous about my pinky. Everyone's kind of shitty, and the Texans might be the best singular unit of any team in the AFC.
Yeah, I'd say their defense, the Browns' defense, but
that doesn't matter?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, the Texans' defense is incredible. I like the Texans in this game.
Like, do the Texans scare you, Hank?
Yeah.
Yeah, like their defense is scary.
Yeah, they are.
Counterpoint, Andy Reid's going to tickle your tonsils.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm going to tickle your tonsils.
Is he going to throat fuck us?
I thought I've listened to Taylor Swift album. I thought he was talking about Travis Kelce.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that was a
Just
weird
used
quote.
A lot of Travis. Davis Mills would actually be the best defense against
That's true.
getting your tonsils tickled.
I like the Texans plus 3.5 in this game as well.
Yeah.
I am at the point where the Chiefs are still scary, but they're living off a reputation that might not be there this year.
Well, you know what's crazy is last season when the Chiefs were beating everybody, winning all these close games. Through 12 weeks, they were 11-1. They had a point differential of only 59. This year, their point differential has actually increased,
Oh, wow.
plus 73 point differential. I don't know that means that the Chiefs are a better team this year than they were last year. I don't think that they are, but it's interesting that given what we see on the field and like the bad vibes, it's actually better than it was last year in some circumstances. But I think that the Texans are just driven right now for some reason. They've just been, I don't know if you got to give all the credit, I guess, to D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
He's done a great job, especially with the defense. And the Chiefs, they feel like this is almost, are they panicking?
If they lose this game, I think it's going to be very hard for them to make the playoffs. I do think winning this game, and I went through that the whole the Colts have a very tough schedule coming up. This is an elimination game pretty much for the Chiefs today.
A
on
one-sided
Sunday night.
playoff game.
Yeah, because the Texans will still have a shot to win the division and they can get in that way. But the Chiefs, they can't, like, unless the Chargers also fall off the face of the earth, and they do play the Chargers. But remember, they have three. The reason why I still think the Chiefs can make the playoffs is they have 3 games that are hard, and they're all at home. They've been good at home. They play the Texans, the Chargers, and the Broncos at home. Then they have 2 games on the road where they've been bad, Titans and Raiders. Those should be wins. So really, the Chiefs' season kind of comes down to 3-game schedule at home.
Yeah, I'm looking up the weather.
Patrick Mahomes does own the Texans. I think he hasn't lost to them since 2019.
I'm looking up the weather right now for Sunday in Kansas City. Do we know what that's going to be?
No.
Okay. Because I could, if I'm doing the visualization thing, where I just picture the game being played, if I see steam coming out of every player's mouth, that feels like it's a Chiefs win.
That's true. Okay.
Sunday, it's going to be low of 20, high of 30. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a steam game.
I am getting so nervous about my pinky. I did do some research on if Tank Dell can come back this year. I don't think he can. But that's where I'm at, where I was Googling Tank Dell injury updates.
Yeah.
Not good. Listen, I got it wrong.
I'm second-guessing myself now. I'm
You're
thinking
thinking Chiefs?
I'm thinking about I'm just envisioning.
Chiefs also have a banged-up offensive line.
They do. They got 2 guys that.
But on the flip side, the biggest, I actually think if you want to point to the biggest issue for the Chiefs this year is their defense has not been able to get a pass rush. They have the worst fourth-quarter defense in the league. The Texans don't have a great offensive line, so maybe they get that fixed a little bit in this game and can get the stops they need to get.
So also when they blitz, they're not getting sacks.
Mm-hmm. So that's, I mean, they're not the same Chiefs right now. They're just not. I'm excited for this game, though. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Let's do our TD parlay, and then we will do Jerry O'Connell's Fantasy Minute, which I sent you, Max, in email, and then we'll do our picks. DraftKings, football season just got even better. Barstool is bringing you the game of the week every single week through the end of the regular season. Here's the deal. Every Friday, we'll announce a game of the week from the Sunday slate of games. When the game of the week drops, all you have to do is share a bet slip on that game with the hashtag Barstool, GOTW, through X or email, and you'll be entered for a shot to win one of 5 $1,000 bonus bets. That's right, 5 lucky winners every single week of the season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE to get in on the action today. Don't miss the Barstool Game of the Week and your shot at a $1,000 bonus bet. Share your bet slip and enter today in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Touchdown parlay. We have to win. This is the one we have to win. Where are you going?
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Should we just can you guys hear me out? Should we put Devontae Adams in there?
Also, Hank and I should both apologize for last week. That was done by both of us.
What?
Hank picked J.K. Dobbins, who's out for the year, and then I went in and did an editor's note for the YouTube and picked Kareem Hunt, who played on Thanksgiving. But then I did an editor's note for the audio. Pug had already posted the video,
Jesus
so
Christ.
I posted the audio, and that's where we got Lad. So Lad was right, so I don't do 100% sorry,
Yep.
but Hank and I both dumb.
Not 100% sorry.
Confirmed.
I'm like 85% sorry
Okay,
because
good.
I did give a winner eventually.
Okay. So do we want to put Devontae in there or no? Is that stupid?
Yeah, let's do him. I've got a plus money one.
Okay. So
Same.
Devontae Adams. I mean, I could also do Trey McBride.
Devontae feels safe.
Yeah, this is where we screw ourselves, where now it feels like Devontae's not going to score and then Trey McBride will. But let's do Devontae. And then you have who? Kareem Hunt?
Mm-hmm.
And then PFT?
Troy Franklin,
Ooh.
the Broncos.
Ooh.
I love that.
Okay. All right, yeah. With Troy Franklin in there, let's do Devontae.
13-1.
Okay. Let's go, boys. Let's watch Jerry's Fantasy Minute. And then we'll do our picks, and then we'll get to Stanford Steve.
My first guess for this is that there's going to be music playing in the background.
Yep. He looks like he's at a bar with a bunch of people.
What's up? We're at the Black Rose. We're at the Black Rose. We're at the Black Rose in Boston. All right, start the music, Beam. Start the music at the Black Rose. Say hi, everybody. All right, we only got 1 minute. Okay, we're going to start Lane Kiffin's Beat Dog because he's a real dog. Way to go, Lane Kiffin. We're going to sit PFT for not donating enough to JMU to find a head coach. You can't get any. You want to say anything to PFT? And you blow it. You blow it. We're going to sit Drake May for not being able to throw 300 yards. He can't throw 300. We're going to start Mormons for being able to sway coaches. They're very good at keeping coaches at BYU. And we're going to sit Zach for talking about this cold weather. How's this cold weather treating you?
Fucking amazing.
Amazing. Any words, any advice you want to give Hank in his search for love with
Go pair of balls, Hank.
Also, call up 1-800, throw 300 yards straight, man.
Credit to Jerry. He finds a different background every week.
And just
it's insane.
A different group of boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at this.
He loves boys.
He does.
Oh,
He does.
he loves boys.
Gary O'Connell.
Let's do our picks. What's the standings at? We still don't have a punishment. We need to think of one before the season gets.
we said this like 2 months
Send us
ago.
ideas for
Yeah,
punishments.
send us ideas.
What about I was actually just talking about this the other day with Nick. One of us has to model nude for a group of artists. You can cross your legs. You know, you don't have to
I don't know about that.
show off the bits and pieces.
I don't like
I don't know
that.
about that.
All right.
We'll find something.
Big Cat has 16. Max and I have 14. PFT has 12.5. Memes has 12. Zach has 10.5.
Okay. Who's up first?
That'd be me.
Zach's got to get going.
Zach, you got to get going. Otherwise, you'll be modeling nude, buddy.
Let's do so many other punishments before we get naked.
I mean, not for us, for a group of professional artists.
I still think Outdoor Boys video would be.
Zach, you got dick piercing?
No, but as long as we get to keep our clothes on, I'm in.
I'll go over Bengals, Bills, 53.5.
Fun.
Okay.
I am going to take the over in Rams, Cardinals, and that number is 47.5.
Okay.
I would like to take in the Falcons Seahawks game the Seahawks -7.
Okay. Wait, is that the line?
Yep.
Okay.
I would like to take the Pittsburgh Steelers +6.
Okay, I'll take the Texans +3.5.
I will take the Washington Commanders +2.5. And then I would like to take the over in the Titans Browns 33.5.
You dog. You dog. I'm going to take the over 40.5 in the Eagles Chargers. For some reason, I believe Nick Sirianni when he says big changes coming.
Drastic changes.
Drastic changes
Drastic
coming?
changes are
I
coming.
believe it. I don't know why. I just believe it, Max. Drastic changes coming.
I'm going to take the under in the Titans Browns 33.5.
Oh, head to
Head
head.
to head.
Zach?
I would like to take the over in the Steelers Ravens game at 42.5.
Yuck.
I'm also going to go head to head against Hank. We're going with 9, -2.5. I believe in 9.
He's going to go off.
Yep, it's a
9.
9 game.
I'm going to go Birds -3.
But did you think about Shane being there?
They're going to kick the fuck out of them.
But Shane's going to be there.
We don't know that.
That's true.
We don't know that.
Shane might not be there because Justin Herbert might not be
He's going to be a
starting.
royal ass kicking.
Wow. Okay, let's get to our interview with Stanford Steve.
Before we get to Stanford Steve, he's brought to you by our great friends over at Venmo. You know what I just found out? Venmo has a new rewards program called Venmo Stash. Basically, when you do more with Venmo, you can earn more cash back. With Venmo Stash, you can earn up to 5% cash back when you use your Venmo debit card at some of your favorite brands. They've even got special edition card designs featuring college teams. You can literally pay for your wings and rep your school at the same time. It's the best way to add some more school spirit. We've been all around different Big 10 and Big 12 campuses through the college football show. The students go all out. You can too. Just add your card to your mobile wallet as soon as you sign up and pay online and in store from your phone. And if you got paid back for dinner, you can immediately access the money in your Venmo balance and spend it on what you want. Game day snacks, tickets, maybe some new merch. Get your college-branded Venmo debit card now. Start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. Sign up at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. And now here's Stanford Steve.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, 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 very special guest. He's our number one dude. It is Stanford Steve. You can see him on game day. You can hear him on the SVP pod, Bad Beats, everywhere. Steve, good to talk to you. Let's start with you being declared our number one dude on this show. Did you hear us declare that? Because you're our number one dude.
I've heard a couple mentions, but was this committee based? I a lot of talk about committees nowadays. I just want to know if it was a committee or you two at the desk.
Well, we are the committee, but also if you're mad at us, we can just be like, it's the committee's decision.
Yeah.
Even though it's the two of us. You were number one, though. Your strength of schedule was the difference maker.
Strong data points. I actually reminisced. I said one of your strongest data points was the time we went to my buddy's bar in Wrigleyville when you had a flight after the game and you brought your bag, you put it behind the bar, and then we sat down, and I think you had 3 beers by the time I finished my first, and I was just like, what just happened? That was a strong data point.
Yeah. Well, that was atmosphere driven because Wrigley's an all-time venue, and your adrenaline just raises as soon as you have anything to do with it. If you're in Wrigleyville, if you're walking into the stadium, or if you're walking out of the stadium, that is an all-timer. So I'm happy to be there, but that's like my ultimate venue. Yeah, Wrigley, Wrigley, when you get it, there is a pace you have to keep up, and it's been too long, and I need to get back there. But that's like, there's not a better venue to have intake of beers than Wrigley.
Summertime, Friday afternoon, first pitch. The best.
My God.
I want to hear your Mount Rushmore. I want to hear your Mount Rushmore of venues to have beers at that you get excited for.
Okay. Wrigley, LSU. Oh man, just because there's a mass of them, I hate to sound like a homer, but Wando's Camp Randall's up there.
Yeah, shout out
it
Wando.
It really is. Oh man. I'll tell you what's a new seed. Because that energy of that place, and I know you're a Texas history buff, PFT. Lubbock, Texas brings you to a level that people don't know the level they could go to unless they go to Lubbock, Texas.
You feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. Like there's no law around, a little Wild West. It used to be a dry town, so it felt like you were breaking the law.
Correct. But then you see everybody's on the verge of breaking the law, so it's like, let's jump in and be close to breaking the law.
I might get hit with a tortilla later. I might not ever get a chance to drink a beer.
I would put Lubbock there as a new one. Trying. This is really hard. Scottsdale anywhere. Yeah. Just because of temperature and you don't care about hydration, you're going to be dehydrated in the morning. Yeah. The worst is anywhere in Colorado because that hangover deal is real. It is. I'm not a gummy intake of that stuff, and I know plenty of people are out there, and I don't know if that helps you. I might see about it, but the dehydration hangover acts in your head the next morning. In like Boulder and Denver, that thing is real.
You know what? I think that improves your dude power rankings too. The fact that you're not a gummy guy. Yeah. Like you know that some people enjoy marijuana. You're like, I don't know, it's kind of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need my mind altered. I know what the plan is. I know what the game plan is. And, we go about it that way.
We take our hangovers like men.
I don't need my mind altered. Okay, so that was also very, like, college football. You've been hanging out with Saban too much. Like, I'm not one of these gummy, whatever the kids are getting into things. I
don't do it. I said this the other day on Scott and I's pod, like, the amount, like we go to Norman, Oklahoma, or like Eugene, Oregon, the amount of dispensaries, I'm like, oh my God, like how many different versions are, like I love fast food more than anybody. And I know, I don't want to, sponsorships and stuff, but like everybody has their liking. and then you're in the mood for something, but the dispensary thing is out of control. It's mayhem out there.
It is,
but
pretty
good to all the
crazy.
people that are, it's creating jobs for people. So good.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, we want to talk both college ball and NFL. Let's start with college ball real quick. The committee's bullshit. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, because this whole, and we were talking about it the other night, the entire Miami Notre Dame thing is silly. They should have just put Miami above Notre Dame this past week. They didn't. They're going to maybe sneak them in. How do you think that's going to play out in terms of who gets in, who doesn't, with what we see on Saturday?
Well, I think you have a situation where neither team is playing, right? And they had one last window to make the move. And this idea of, because there is a team on the line in between them that they can't compare them and make head-to-head a factor, I can't get over. And when you look, like, people want to do the metrics, okay? And I believe Notre Dame Miami is one spot lower in game control and strength of record, and 2 spots lower in strength of schedule than Notre Dame, okay? And people will say, we want the best teams, and who's the better team? I'm like, well, I think they're that close. So is there anything else we could look at? Oh, yeah, they played.
Yeah.
Okay, who won? Miami. Give me Miami.
Yeah.
I think there's still, like, when we went to 4, it was just about the best teams. Give me the best teams. And that's when, we started getting, people's feelings about conferences and this, all these other prerequisites that people sort of had or what have you, criteria. And that has carried over to the 12, which people look at Notre Dame in a winning streak where they haven't really played the best teams. I mean, their best win is USC. So I look at what matters on the field. We have a data point where they actually played. Miami led the whole game.
Yeah.
They won. I don't understand. And the biggest problem of all this, guys, is when the first rankings came out, Miami was at 18 because they had lost 2 of the last 3 weeks. And I really wonder if we'll continue to see the release of these rankings on a week-to-week basis. Because I like March Madness, everybody's mad until that first Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Or even Tuesday when the playing games.
Yeah, you don't even. Yeah.
It's almost like, all right, let's minimize the criticism and shorten it into a window, and maybe we move the games up so the committee is out of sight, out of mind, quicker than usual.
It's actually less than that because, and I agree with you, they need to just not have these rankings until the very end. March Madness, you get maybe like 30 minutes of Jay Billis being like, well, this team should have been in, and then we're filling out our brackets. Like that, we really don't care after the bracket is set other than the fan base. But the whole thing is ridiculous. The whole thing that they can't compare them unless they're back-to-back, and also they're the ones who decide whether they're not back-to-back or not. BYU's getting kind of screwed. Alabama going up when they said the first half thing, that was so ridiculous. Yeah. In your heart of hearts, who do you think is in this grouping of, let's call it Alabama through Miami? Alabama's in.
Yeah.
And what do you think happens if BYU?
Oh, what do I think they're going to do?
Yeah. For the rest of it,
Notre Dame.
Okay,
you think so? Because
like I said, if they were going to move Miami ahead of Notre Dame, they would have did it the week where they last played. And Miami and Notre Dame both played last week. I don't think they're going to mess with it. Now with them not playing, it's going to be 15 days since they played. I don't see them moving.
And actually, the only thing that can happen this championship Saturday, if you're just basing on the field who's playing, is Notre Dame's resume could get better because Boise could win the Mountain West.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that could actually happen. Is like that's the only opponent that's playing.
But if BYU loses, then that line between Miami and Notre Dame,
that's the thing is
where it's this tier that they could compare them now, which they haven't for 6 weeks, which I don't understand.
The head of the committee, Hunter Yurachek, he's also giving interviews after they're done doing the ranking shows. That I don't understand. I don't know why he has to go on television and try to do the 6-7 thing and make jokes and then like try to be on the spot explaining his logic of why he put the teams in that he wanted to put in, because there's going to be contradictions no matter what. And so he's putting himself out there to get grilled. He's not doing a very good job of handling it. But he did say that, number one, teams can move that are not ranked currently in the top 12. You might see one or two of those jump in. He did also say that if you look at two teams that are ranked next to each other, head-to-head becomes an important factor. So he said that they might look at it that way. And I think sometimes as humans we can be so dumb, at least in his case, that when you see the two names next to each other, it becomes harder to put Notre Dame in over Miami when they're right behind them with the same record and they beat them head-to-head.
Yeah, now I will go say this. The job that Hunter Yurachek has, right, is impossible. Because go back a couple of years when Florida State got left out. Boo Kerrigan, who was the NC State AD, was the spokesperson. He's an ACC athletic director. And he probably didn't agree that Florida State should be left out, but he had to go out there and talk because he was representing the room.
Yep.
So you have a person who is defending something they totally don't believe in.
Yep.
And in front of America. And to your point, they do the call. He goes on the show at Reese. Then he does a conference call after that, which is just, if you ever want to entertainment, go on that thing because it is hell's bells, man. Like people coming off the rafters in that one. So it's an impossible situation. And just going back to that, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
I think now what do we get? The last week or first week of February or second week of February, the basketball committee comes out with these would be the top 4 seeds in each region. And then it's Selection Sunday. Yeah. So as much as this creates content and people talk about it and your water cooler stuff, I don't know if everybody has their own water bottle now.
We have an ice cream machine.
Yeah. I heard about, by the way, a tremendous rant on the pod about the amount of water bottles in your house. It's crazy. I don't think people who don't have kids realize that that's just what you do now is you send your kid with a water bottle to school every day, which is not something we did as children. And I have 100 water bottles in my house. It's fucking insane. 100. Yeah, stickers on all of them, Minnie Mouse, Paw Patrol, everything. All right, but go back to what you're saying. Sorry.
I forget because that really gets me distracted.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm out of the house, so I try not to think about it. Damn it, whenever I'm in the house, that's all I stare about.
You're talking about the fact that they don't release it. Until right before, which is smart. You're right. You're absolutely right. So, last question I have about college football: give me your teams that can win a national title that are going to be in there.
I think it's more than we've had.
Okay, list them.
Let's see. Let's go down the old rankings.
And also, side question is it in your mind Ohio State versus the field?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think Oklahoma can win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will have them, though, in the first playoff game because everyone in the world will have the other side.
Yep.
I believe they all can. I really do. Texas Tech is a yes for me because of that defense. Now, the one factor to me with Texas Tech is the offensive line. You are not seeing premier defensive line play in the Big 12, and that's not Texas Tech's fault at all. They are playing teams who are on their schedule. I get it. But I'm really interested in that matchup again, the rematch with BYU being there for the first game. BYU didn't play well, but they still got to the quarterback, and they still forced Texas Tech to kick, 4 or 5 field goals on 7 hold on. I got 7 red zone trips.
Look at
and
you.
It was...
He's got the stats ready to go.
You got that written down like ink?
Yeah.
You don't even have a show today. Are you just doing this? You're just writing down notes?
7 red zone possessions, 2 touchdowns, 5 field goals.
Okay.
All right. So I am in the belief that Texas Tech can do it with that defense. Now, they're going to be stretched where they haven't been stretched before, which always makes anyone uncomfortable, whether you're in the stretch room or you're on the football field. So I look at Texas Tech as being the team I feel like everyone still has the most questions about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, that we've seen, they have been dominant. And, credit to them. I did think A&M moved too far down. I don't think they should be behind Ole Miss. I didn't know if that was a sympathy move, but when we've seen a recency bias to losses by the committee going back to when Miami was put at 18 in the first one, and that's where I have a problem with A&M. Everybody watched that game Friday night, and what I thought was the best I've ever seen DKR as far as atmosphere goes. So I still think when you stack up A&M's resume in those wins, I don't believe they should be behind Ole Miss.
What do you think about Sark and everybody in Austin that's on their soapbox now? They've become terrorists, is what they've become at this point. Because Sark was like, you want to leave us out? Watch what happens. Watch what we'll do. Hope you're ready for us to schedule Rice. Get ready to watch Rice versus Texas, Week 1, 2028, buddy. They're trying to threaten America if they don't get in, overlooking the fact, obviously, the Florida loss and then the 2 overtime losses that are the 2 overtime wins that, in my book, count as losses that they have to some bad schools. Are you of the mindset that even though I feel like Texas could be a team that could beat a lot of these teams in the playoff, that the ship sailed, buddy? You're out.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think they have, because again, that loss at Florida. And I give you all the credit. I was at that game at Ohio State. I had no idea what to think of it when I was there, talking to both people that were on the staffs of both teams. They're like, we are going to be a totally different team in a month from now, because they both didn't want to throw really young players with no experience in that game because it was such a high-stakes game. They were going to write it out with guys that had experience, and they were going to make their adjustments after that. And Texas, outgains them, loses 14-7. And the arch drama plays out from that. And Texas ultimately gets better, wins their next biggest game of the year at A&M. But I don't see a path for them because of what's in front of them. But the other side is, what else is Sark supposed to do?
Yeah, you got to campaign. I understand that.
You have to. And you guys are in it. We're all in it. And we have to, read it and listen to it at all, and that's part of the gig. That's what these weeks are leading up to it. You are getting. Look at what Vanderbilt's doing. They're trying to play an extra game. Where were they going to play that? At Broadway?
Listen, I'll say this: I wouldn't campaign for a bet that we had, or trying to get a Heisman to the finish line. I wouldn't campaign at all about that.
Steve, look at that.
Come
sorry
on.
Sorry about Kyle Schwarber, big guy.
Yeah, that was Steve was the one. Max, did you know that Steve was the one who was like, "Hey, bet Kyle Schwarber."
You told me that.
Yeah. 90-1.
Steve, I want you to look at me. Do I look like a man that would openly campaign for my college to get into the college football playoff? Is that what you see when you look at me?
Come on.
We're better than that.
I look at you being – you look so good in Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah,
blue.
see, that's the one thing. That's the one data point. That's your loss to Northern Illinois. The fact that you're part of the brotherhood and you're a Duke fan. It always pisses me off.
Your biceps looking. The forearms.
It's great. People always talk about Carolina blue. Duke.
Even your
Duke
neck.
blue.
Your neck. You've been doing manual neck or just going to the neck machine? Get the old hammer neck machine out.
I've been eating a lot, and that works out the neck muscles. Yeah.
Soup season.
No, we've started. We call our Sunday Super Bowl Sundays here every Sunday. So It's nice. All right, so let's talk about Sunday. What's your favorite bet this Sunday?
Ooh, I like Jacksonville.
Yeah, Colts are in trouble.
I look at that. I watch. Very rarely am I able to sit down at 1:00 on Sunday and tune in for the Sunday 1:00 slate. And I also want to say thank you to the NFL for actually giving us watchable games on Sunday at 1:00. And last week it was Colts Texans, and I'm not familiar. I didn't know they interview players before kickoff. And Evan Washburn gets Daniel Jones to come over, and I'm like, his leg's broken, and he's going to play? This defense is the best in the NFL at rushing the passer. And I was just amazed at that. And when I think of Daniel Jones, and everybody goes through his history and what he's been, going back to Duke and the Giants and going to the playoffs with the Giants and being bad with the Giants, the guy is super mobile. And if he's not super mobile, I find that to be a problem because now that offsets all your misdirection in the run game with Jonathan Taylor. And I thought it was a factor last week. And then I look at them going to Jacksonville. The Colts have not had success going there. I think Jacksonville's a pretty underrated team because now Houston's catching all the steam. But Jacksonville's offense has been good. And I don't understand why they're an underdog, but that's the way I look at that game. I'll tell you this. At Monday Night Football, people ask me what's the best game you went to. That Jacksonville Chiefs game earlier this year, I was blown away at how good the atmosphere was. Like, they got this construction on the outside, so it's like you're literally walking underneath scaffoldings and ladders and all this shit. And you get in there, and it's like, wow, it was a full circle moment in the NFL to see how much people hate the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like everybody in that area that night put on a Jacksonville jersey and rooted against the Chiefs. So to see what this has got to be 12 Chiefs games in the last 3 years. Like, on the road, it's a different animal, and it's a real thing. And I appreciated that for Jacksonville, and it was an advantage. It was a tough environment to play in, and I think the Colts are up against it Sunday.
So this Sunday we've got the Chiefs and the Texans. You mentioned the Texans being a team that is catching a lot of steam. I'm high on the Texans right now. That defense is amazing. Feels like they're probably the best defense in the NFL right now, and that to me, I'm going to bet on the Houston Texans. But I also haven't heard anybody talking about why the Chiefs are a good bet at -3. The 3.5 seems weird to me, right? Like,
same deal as the Colts game.
Yeah.
Same deal. I don't know if that moved at the end, but I remember earlier in the week when you look at it, say on a Thursday it was 3.5. I'm like, if the Chiefs didn't win that, they're out, right? If they didn't win that game,
yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, they'd be under 500. So. I'm with you. This Houston team seems very real, though. And then if they were to do that, like, if you really like them, get in now because they're going to be in Sunday night primetime against the Chiefs. And if they win that game, it's going to be out of control. Whereas they're not even in first place in their division, right? Jags are still in first.
The Jags and then Colts and then them. But they get to play the Colts twice, I believe. So they kind of control their own destiny. Or maybe it's the Jags played the Colts twice. Either way, Houston.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Houston feels they're my pinky team. I'm a little nervous. I'm starting to get nervous. Their defense is for real, and it's like shit, man. They beat the what they did to Josh Allen a couple weeks ago was like, oh man, what. In terms of the NFL, though, overall, because we've been saying this, doesn't feel like a year where, and maybe it's because there's some teams that are over, expectations, the Bears, the Broncos, the Patriots. There's a couple teams, the Seahawks, but it feels like no one's great. There's just a lot of really good teams. Is that fair?
Yeah, I've been in the belief since the Patriots beat the Bills early on and looking at the Patriots schedule that the home field was going to go through New England. I firmly believe that because of the schedule and seeing them in person Monday night. I saw a bunch of people talking about the Niners being a scary team. I don't think they're scary. You just know what you're going to have to do in order to beat the Niners. What's scary is how easy Drake May makes things look to me. He is supernatural. I thought Vrabel was great in the postgame, talking about how he had a meeting with his wide receiver room, and he talked about being unselfish. We don't know who's going to get the balls that he's going to throw, but make plays when the opportunity comes. And they've really established a different identity where you would go to New England and it would just be, all right, here they come. And there's an excitement. This team has a lot of fun. The only thing that I question about them now is not having a left tackle. Because you mentioned Houston. Jacksonville's another team that comes to mind. These teams that can rush the passer, you're gonna be up against it. And now when you're on this win streak, the thing about the NFL that I find amazing is you have every single person on a coaching, like the coaching staffs in the NFL are so far advanced. And every week you get further with a win streak. You have more and more guys trying to pick you apart. All right, we're going to go at this. And at some point, you're going to get something exposed. You have the best of the best going at what you do. And, is a loss good for them? I don't know. But they have the mojo going, and there's serious belief. And we know the success rate of that place and that stadium when it comes to the playoffs. So they are They are. We asked the question, Denver or New England. I feel like New England is more solidified, and I would lean towards them getting home field.
Hit him with the stat.
Steve, I don't know if you're familiar with this. I don't know if you watched the post game on Monday night after the Patriots won, but Lisa Salters asked Drake May this question. What's up with you not getting 300 yards yet?
Yeah.
What's up with that, Drake? So my question to you is, what's up with that, Steve?
He doesn't care.
Yeah, I'd like my quarterback to care.
Oh, all right.
It's a great subplot on PMT because Drake May has been playing incredible, and PFT he's been doing a good job with new stats every week.
If you have a moment, I'd just like to read you some names of quarterbacks who have thrown for 300 yards in a game. Will Levis.
Do you have this saved, or you're just off the top of your head?
It's off the top of his head.
Off the top of my head. Will Levis, Dan Orlovsky, John Skelton, Johnny Football, Deshaun Kaiser, Desmond Ritter, J.P. Lossman, Christian Ponder, Tim Tebow.
Okay.
All 300.
All in the 300 club. Just something to think about.
All right. I'll think about that. That's a good point.
Thank you. I want to talk real quick about the Steelers because I feel like now more than ever, and we've had it bubble up a couple times in the last season, people being like, is this now time for the mutual divorce? Everyone's predicting like a mutual parting of ways with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. This year it feels like there's actually some push behind it. Like it feels like this might be the year, if it's going to happen, that they might break up. Number one, do you think that it's time to move on from Mike Tomlin and Mike Tomlin from the Steelers? And then second part of that question, how quickly do you think Mike Tomlin would be hired by another team if the Steelers did let him go?
Well, Big Ben threw out Penn State, right? He'd be a great fit there or something. I wasn't sure of the wording. It's a fine line. I feel like with Pittsburgh, knowing how passionate it is, but to hear and see that Sunday, that's something I've never seen in my life. I'm 48. Like that was eye-opening and pretty surprising to hear. And I thought John Buccigrass, who works with us, had a tweet that I thought was really evident, and he said they're boring. They're not good and they're boring. But on the other side, they're playing for first place this week.
Yep.
So is it doable to go to the playoffs as a division winner and then get rid of your coach? I don't know. It feels like the Big Ben ending. Like they weren't in it and then crazy shit happened, right? And then they played a playoff game, or was that the year before he retired? I forget how that was just it was like, all right, this is the goodbye. Oh, wait, no, it's not. We have another game. Like I forgot how that played out. But it's been so long, and I think people are change is not everybody likes it. But when it's been the same thing this long and you have that boring factor in where you have nothing to go to, you've always had an identity of a defense and playmakers, whether it's Palomalu and TJ Watt, all those great James Harrison, the teams that won the Super Bowl, or Big Ben throwing the ball to Hines Ward and Antonio Brown, and you had something to fall back on. But to see that team get run for that amount of yards by Buffalo last week after I want to say they were losing at the half, was something, like I said, I've never seen before. So if there was a time for change, it feels like it would be after this season. But I still think the credit should go to Coach Tomlin and what he's established there. I mean, that's been the one thing you could bank on. All right, Steelers are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to be. You don't want to go there in one of the toughest places to play. So, there's good and bad, but I think the longevity of it has definitely affected people more than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Then do you think he would get picked up immediately as a head coach somewhere else?
I do.
I don't.
Wow.
I think he would get picked up eventually. I think he'd have to take a year off.
Okay.
I think that there's, and I guess it depends on how it ends there, but I think it would be like he's got to do a year where, like Mike McCarthy did that, Mike Vrabel did that, where it's like a year of, I got to reassess and now I'm back reinvigorated kind of thing.
It's like a long-term relationship. You don't want to rebound.
Yeah.
Find out who you are. Go to India for 6 months. Yeah.
You don't think the Titans would be fired up to get him?
I think that.
Maybe the Titans. That's the problem. You threw out the Titans.
I think the Titans would. I also think the Giants would. I think the Giants would love to have a guy like Mike Tomlin.
Wow. Yeah.
That would be a good spot for him.
I even think that they could trade for him. That's just something I'm throwing out there as just fan fiction that I'm writing. But the way that Mike Tomlin operates, the way the Giants family, they operate, I feel like they crave the stability of a Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
What about the NFC? Do you believe in my Bears?
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot with you. And the Bears because I've gone. The streak will continue. I got a lucky push against the Steelers, but I've gone against them the last month, and they have been a machine. So I'm stuck. I am stuck.
Yeah, you can't.
I will say, I think I texted you week one, being there Monday night, and that was my first time inside Soldier Field. I'm like, not the best place.
No.
But that fan base, I've talked about it forever. I was actually got caught flicking channels last night, and the 85 Bears 30 for 30 came on. Like that place in talk about longevity of suffering. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I love the story. I'm glad it's all worked out. Now, if they're going to continue and be the 1 seed, I don't know. But if they were to, like that place, when's the last time we saw the game that like? Was that Aaron Rodgers that beat you in the NFC title game?
Yeah, I was gonna say I mean the win against the Eagles, I said it on Monday's show, was the biggest win they had since the 2018 season when they beat the Rams, who ended up going to the Super Bowl on Sunday Night Football and beat the shit out of Goff. But yeah, I'm in the mindset of maybe we're a year early, but it's still just such a fun ride, and it's like now that they run the ball better than almost anyone. They have an identity. Their defense is getting healthy. I agree. I don't think they'll end up with the 1 seed, but what happened after the Eagles game is I'm no longer – there's no team in the NFC that I'm like, I think that we'll get our doors blown off. You know what I mean? Like we can be competitive with anyone. Mm-hmm. Will we beat everyone? No. I mean, if we played the Rams 100 times, would they beat us 70 times? Yeah, probably. But it's like one game, anything can happen.
Correct, especially – get home field and those elements, you never know. I do have a question for you, Big Cat.
Yeah.
Seeing how, what's the right word? I don't want to say arrogant, how relentless PFT was during that Commanders run last year. Does that affect you as you watch this Bears run? Like, do you have to get to the NFC title game to be as relentless and unbearable as he was?
No. Listen,
you guys spend a lot of time with each other.
Yeah, no.
I know the dynamic. People get in each other's feelings. Guys get in each other's feelings. I think there's a fine line, but he set the precedent.
Yeah. No, okay. Honestly, the last year sucked because the season sucked and Caleb didn't look good. I'm now at a point with Caleb where I feel confident in his growth and he's not lighting the world on fire week to week, but he's making smart plays. I think he's one of the most clutch guys out there. I trust him in a fourth quarter. No, so that Caleb playing well and the Bears playing well has made me let go a little bit of God damn it, Jaden Daniels is really good, which he is really good.
And to be fair, I doubted whether or not the Commanders were even a good football team until the playoffs started last year because they won so many of those close games. And then the playoffs.
Did your feelings change?
Then the playoffs started, and then it's actually more about how I acted this offseason than it is how I acted last year.
That's more
because after going to the NFC Championship game, I was I was scouring lists. I was reading every quarterback list and threatening to mail pipe bombs if they didn't have Jaden at number 5 this offseason. So I like to think I was realistic until we got to the NFC Championship game. And then this whole offseason, I've been unrealistic.
So in the NFC, who else do you trust or think is because listen, I am realistic about the Bears. I do not think they're the best team in the NFC. I think they can play with anyone, but I still think, like I said, the Rams. I don't know if you feel differently about the Packers, Seahawks. There's some good teams.
No, I love Seattle. Absolutely love them because I know what I'm getting. I think McDonald's a wizard on defense. Green Bay's the coin toss to me. I don't know what I'm getting from them in a big spot. Now, I thought Thanksgiving morning, that game was as high level a game. Maybe the best game Detroit's been involved in. I don't know. I don't get to watch that game a lot. But that I sat on and I was like, this game is awesome. And Green Bay matched every time, which is hard to do when Detroit has it rolling. The one team I think that could be a thorn in the Bears side, because they have so much experience and they are getting guys back healthy, is Tampa. I think Tampa's a problem because they could go anywhere and play, and I still want to see Caleb Williams in cold weather.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? Like last year when he beat the Packers in Lambeau?
With a little more at stake.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying that was pretty cold.
Are you worried?
No, but to this is what I'm saying, though, Dave. I know that's what Caleb wants to do, too.
Yeah.
I just want, 2 years ago, Scott and I did this whole thing where I just want to see the Chiefs go on the road in the playoffs. And they go on the road and they beat the Bills. Yeah. They beat everybody that goes to the Super Bowl.
That's why this playoff picture is so interesting because you have, especially in the AFC, you have the Bills, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Chiefs all kind of down. So it's like we don't know what's going to happen. And it's similar in the NFC where you have, some teams are like, we don't know. Are they good? No. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah. I don't think anybody's afraid of anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought that was a big step for the Bears last week going to Philly because I thought that was a have-to-have a game with Philly. And they went in. I mean, Johnson's game plan with the misdirection, the run game, like that thing. And I love Philly's personnel on defense, and they had no answer. The one thing I find interesting is like the seeding and how it goes, because I feel like the Rams, Niners, and Seahawks are so sick of each other that if one of those teams has to beat the other two, it's like, man, that's a tough draw. Where they're just looking for some fresh faces that they could play against in the playoffs. But I feel like those three teams have had so many battles that they would want to, you have to play who's in front of you, but they would like to see some different uniforms than those three.
Yeah.
If I were to say over under one game that the Eagles win in the playoffs this year, so one would be a push, get your money back. What would you say?
I'll take the over.
So you still believe, because Max is in a very bad spot where the Eagles now have to win him back.
It's true. I don't understand why you're shaking your head.
Don't shake your fucking head.
We live in the present. Right now, they're a bad football team, and they're not showing that they're anything else.
So in addition to having to win football games, they also have to win you. You have to go 2-0 every week.
The collective me. I represent the fan of Finn.
Are you eating your microphone right now? Is that how mad you are?
I always talk like this.
He starts to peel it when he gets really upset. All
right, Max, I got a scenario for you. Okay, I am a born loser New York Mets fan. Okay, and not this past year, years prior, I was always pessimistic. Like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Of course, it didn't happen. Scott has always told me it costs the same to be optimistic as it does pessimistic.
Yeah,
good advice.
So could you adopt that optimism?
But here's where I'll counter with that. Optimism provides a higher amount of like a disappointment. If you go into things pessimistic, then you're going about life in a much better way.
But you're going week by week.
Yeah.
That's all. It's baby steps.
Yeah, just go week by week.
Steve, hear him out. Pessimists, they generally tend to be happier, like Frank the Tank, when it comes to their teams. Happy-go-lucky guys.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you sit next to memes. He's happy all the time.
I was pretty optimistic for most of this year, and then I was in the stadium for that Bears game, and it was just absolutely disgusting on all fronts.
Well, that's your fault for going to the game.
Yeah,
it was a perfect game. I don't live in Philly. It was a Friday game. No work the next day. Everyone was getting shit-faced. It was good football. I mean, it was cold. It was very cold. I thought I would have liked it to have been a little bit warmer. But it was the perfect time to go to a game, and it was disgusting. And it's just a microcosm of the disgusting offense that has been going on in Philly for the entire year. And they can't figure it out. But Nick Sirianni says drastic changes coming this week. So I'm excited to see the drastic changes.
I was kind of confident in watching Hard Knocks with Sirianni.
I refuse to watch it.
You're boycotting Hard Knocks?
It's great.
I heard that it's just the Bears and the Cowboys game, and it's just going to remind me of how angry I was watching both of those games.
You're moving past. You got to embrace the journey.
No, if they win this week, I'll watch next week. Or I don't know if that's how that works, but yeah. So it's a week-to-week show.
They're on a bye, so what do you do, right?
Let Steve talk you into being optimistic, though. Why are you optimistic about the Birds?
Me?
Yeah.
Because Lane Johnson's going to come back. I still believe in that offensive line, and they have to figure out the run game. Like, I'm not saying we're going to get back to Barkley last year, but there still has to be more of a success rate in the run game.
There's nothing in the run game. All year there's been nothing, and you can't do anything with this offense. Like, that was our entire identity last year, and not only is it not elite like it was last year, it's not even average. It's like the worst. And it makes no sense to me. It's the same guys.
Getting mad
the same
again,
guys.
yeah.
I don't want to get mad, and I'm going into this pessimistically so I don't get mad.
Okay.
But it's got to be better.
But here's the deal. If you say this is the worst, then it only can get better.
Yeah.
Come on, Max.
I've been thinking that for weeks, and then
Yeah,
somehow it still
there
keeps
you
getting
go.
worse. No.
Yeah.
I've lost hope of it getting better.
I think what we've learned is that Max, he can't be persuaded by an optimist. He needs somebody that's more anti-birds than he is. So that Max has to be like, hey, calm down. It's not all that
That's
bad.
actually fair.
Yeah.
I start to think that the Eagles are better when people start.
Yeah, when you were fighting with Pug about the Packers-Eagles game.
Well, Pug was right.
Yeah, Pug was right.
Pug was right.
How about Eagles go to the NFC Championship game, Max has to shave his head?
That sounds fair.
I'm not celebrating NFC Championship.
Soul patch.
Here.
How about if you go to
either of those things?
Go to the Super Bowl, you shave your head.
I'm getting married this year.
Soul
I can't-
patch. If you win, it's soul patch.
Not
If you win
doing
the Super
soul
Bowl,
patch.
come
Not
on,
doing soul
soul
The
patch.
Super Bowl?
We're-
You're being a
No.
bad fan right
Deal.
now.
Yeah.
You're being a bad
Hi,
fan.
Hank has
Hank.
to do soul patch then. Yeah, see?
What? You guys don't win the Super Bowl?
Steve, I got one last question for you. It's Roback question. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Roback.com, promo code TAKE. Actually, two last questions. One.
I have two questions for you.
Okay. Are you going to Northside Tavern?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I fucking love that place.
Send us a picture.
We talk about it all
will.
the time. That was such a great night when we went there. Two, what's your best college football bet of the weekend?
Oh, this is one of my questions for you guys, okay? So I think you have the old Max, this is great after our optimism talk. I was asked to do the voiceover for the hype video for Tulane for their title game this week. So take North Texas.
Okay. Good call. I like North Texas. I think they're so awesome.
They're fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their team totals have been unbelievable. I think they've gone over every game besides one.
Yeah. Are you gonna bet the Big Ten championship game? Because I cannot make sense of it. I want to take everything says, hey, just take Ohio State. They're the better team. They haven't shown everything. When they do, they're gonna obliterate someone. But how much do they care about this game?
That's the problem with all this, there's a bunch of layers here, right? You have Indiana, where I feel like the majority of their fan base would be over the moon if they beat Ohio State to win a Big Ten title.
Yeah.
Like, they've never seen that. I'm not talking about older people, too.
Yeah.
They've never seen that. And then I asked Herbie this week, I'm like, what do you think the crowd's going to be? Like, do you think it's 50-50? Do you think it's 60-40 Indiana? Because no matter what you say, the craziest and biggest fan base in the sport is Ohio State.
Yeah.
And those people are out of their minds for their team, and they're going to show up. So I said at the most it's 60-40 Indiana. But the other factor you have is Indiana has a basketball game in the Pacers Arena at 2 o'clock.
Yep.
So, like, this day is set up for Indiana like you have no other. And I could see the Ohio State fans going like, let's ruin it. Let's go to the basketball game and root for Louisville, and let's go to the football game. Because a couple years ago, who did Ohio State play? I think they played Wisconsin in the Big Ten title game.
2017?
Yeah, I think that was it. Because I was Scott was doing the show that night and having the coaches on, like we were getting before the 4 teams were announced Sunday morning. And so I was with a producer, and we were in Indy, and it was Saturday, and the game's at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, it's noon. I'm like, let's go grab some lunch, like go get some wings and something. And we start walking, and every place has a line out the door. I'm like, what is going on? Ohio State had a basketball game that day on the Big Ten Network, and they all went to bars to watch the game. And so they start before noon and go all the way. Like, that's how maniacal they are. And as crazy as they are, I still respect the hell out of them because they are at that level. I threw out Jeremiah Love 3 weeks ago when he was at 30-1 for the Heisman Trophy winner, thinking he was playing against Syracuse and Stanford, and I thought he was going to run for 800 yards in each game.
He got hurt.
And when on top of that, I thought this game was going to happen, and everybody started the narrative of the winning quarterback in the Big Ten title game is going to win the Heisman Trophy. And I just have thought forever it's going to be a defensive game. I don't know if the winning quarterback is going to be that impressive in this game. And so then I started thinking, it's in a dome. They're going to have everything going. Ohio State looked like a machine in snow at Ann Arbor last week. So I have totally flipped on its side. I still go back to, I believe 24 points wins the game. I think Indiana's defense is for real. The Ohio State factor and how dominant they've been, I'm not talking about the schedule. I was talking about them, their personnel. The one thing that they don't have that they did last year was difference makers up front on the defensive line. Now, if those guys are motivated enough and show out against Indiana, who I think is an above-average offensive line to very good, that would be a surprise to me. So that's why I think it's kind of balanced both ways, and I expect a lower-scoring game because on the back end of those guys, Ohio State has arguably the best secondary.
Yeah.
So I think it's a ball control sort of deal. But being at Eugene for Indiana, like Mendoza throwing those back shoulder fades to Surratt and Cooper, it's an unguardable play. There's no defense for it, and they were on the money in not great conditions in Eugene against a really good team who also I think can win a national championship. So that's what it is. Limited mistakes, and I feel like Ohio State's offensive line is good, and Indiana's right there. It's an awesome matchup. I would think. Do you guys see either team falling out of the bye?
I don't think so.
Unless
if Indiana loses by 50, there's an outside chance. I mean, that would be.
But then it would be Oregon, and they beat Oregon.
Right.
So how can you do that?
I don't think it's going to happen. I did think about it a month ago when I thought that there was an outside chance that JMU could play against Indiana, against Signetti in the first round. But I don't think that's possible now.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that's fascinating of traveling all over this year is, in the offseason they changed, all right, 4 best teams are going to get the bye. And then you go to all these places, you're like, we don't want the bye. We want the home playoff game.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And like Eugene and Bloomington and all these places. So that's another fact. Because like if BYU were to win and Georgia were to win and Ohio State wins a close game, like does Oregon back into a bye?
Which would be crazy.
I don't think they want that. They want somebody to have to come to Eugene.
Yeah. Get a lot of tickets. Yeah.
So.
Okay, you had a question?
Yeah, that was it about
okay.
What you should do in the
Big Ten. Yeah. Oh, in the American. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Steve,
the hype video's coming. So take North Texas.
I love it. You're the best, Steve. We miss you. We got to get wings soon. Super Bowl week. We got to find a place. Everyone, give us your recommendations. San Francisco. You're going to be there, right?
Yeah, we'll be there.
Okay.
Big Pro Bowl Tuesday night.
Oh, okay. So San Francisco, hit us with your
Scott Van Pelt on the call. Scott Van Pelt on the call.
Your best wing spot, and we will review them Super Bowl week. Yeah.
One quick one.
Yeah.
Nose hair.
Yeah.
Came up on our podcast this week.
Uh-huh.
Would you guys entertain the thought of waxing your nose hair?
No, but
have you done it?
I've plucked.
My wife has plucked because she's just like, what the fuck is this? It's gross. Yeah.
But you get those ingrown hairs in there, and they hurt like no one's.
Yep.
Like
you feel like you're pulling out part of your brain.
Yeah.
I also have it on the top. I have it. She's plucked on the top. I get it on like the outside of my nose too. It's gross.
You're hairy.
It's gross, dude.
When you're talking about wax, they stick the wax up your nose, and then they put like a.
So the key, it's basically a giant Q-tip, and they do that, and they swirl. But the key is not to go all the way up where it feels like they're pulling out your brain.
Yeah. Like a COVID test.
So it's just, you get makeup every week, and you're like, oh, your nose hair is falling out again. I'm like, yeah, I got to trim it. But even the trimmer, it doesn't do the job.
I know.
You know what? If I was in a chair and somebody was like getting me ready to go on TV and they're like, hey, can we wax this? It'll take 5 minutes. I'd probably just say yes. But I would never go out and do it and schedule it on my own.
Yeah, I think I have to do it on a day because I've broken my nose a couple times and you can't stop crying.
Yeah,
like that's what happens. So before going on TV, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I'm going to get it done, and I will check back with you guys and let you know how it is. But
Right.
I think we're here for nose hair removal.
we just think Steve just lost a bet. He was just weeping on TV.
Oh,
It's gonna be a great bad beat.
yeah. Okay, Steve, you're the best, man. Have fun this weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Wherever the hell we meet again, boys, it'll be a pleasure, and can't wait to have a couple cold ones. It'll be good.
Always a great environment drinking beer with you, Steve. That's my
dude.
number one.
Number one
Do
dude.
I get anything for being dude of the year?
Yeah, we'll get you something. Wings.
All right.
Free wings.
And beer.
Perfect.
And beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, see you,
Awesome.
Steve.
That's all I need.
Stanford Steve was brought to you by Chevy. Football season's here, and whether you're grinding through the week or gearing up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready, the Chevy Silverado. The Silverado is a longtime partner of Part of My Take. It's our favorite truck. It's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, the Chevy Silverado lets you show up strong and tackle any task. It's built for the hustle. It's ready for the game. Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. We love the Silverado. We love Chevy. It has been the official truck of Part of My Take for years. We're loyal Chevy guys. Head to Chevy.com. Learn more. Build your own Chevy Silverado today. Stanford Steve was also brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. This week's Fyre Fest is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. We all know that life comes at you fast. 1 minute, you're living in the fast lane. You're winning Super Bowls. The next, you're saying that you're out on your favorite team. They have to win you back. When you find yourself in the middle of your very own Fyre Fest, you just might need America's largest injury law firm in your corner. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people and helping with your Fyre Fest for over 35 years. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started. Their fee is free unless they win. You can check them out, forthepeople.com/PMT. That's forthepeople.com/PMT.
Okay, let's wrap up Fyre Fest of the week. Henry. Hanky. My boy. Hank. You got Fyre Fest?
I got a few. I'm trying to. I don't even know. Jerry is a piece of shit.
Oh.
Jerry O'Connell?
Yep.
Why?
Because I'm still reading this dumbass book and I already know what happens.
Wait, how many pages are you in?
Like 150. And
What's happened
it's
so
like,
far?
Oh.
He's gone on a quest. He's found some knights. They went to a funeral,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where I left off.
Okay.
They're about to go on another adventure, which I know he dies at the end of.
But he's going to fuck up some windmills, dude.
You could fuck up some windmills.
Or then he's gonna die.
Everyone dies. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiling a 1,000-page book. That's brutal.
So
You
Jerry,
could just quit.
No.
Could quit.
why don't you?
No
hey,
one is making you do this.
Why don't you fight fire with fire? Spoil Kangaroo Jack.
Seen that? Was that Full
Yeah.
House?
What? That was Jerry.
Yeah, that was Sherry.
Oh.
Yeah. Kangaroo Jack. It's his #1 movie.
You want to spoil it or spoil Stand By Me?
Or Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happens at the end of Kangaroo Jack. I just know the commercial is bullshit.
The commercial is bullshit.
Yeah,
Well, at the
commercial's
end
big
of
time
Stand By Me, they come across the dead body, and then the older brothers drive to catch up to the dead body. River Phoenix pulls a gun on Kiefer Sutherland and is like, step the fuck away. And then he steps the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them remain friends to this day, except River Phoenix died in the movie, too.
That's sad.
Very
Yeah.
sad.
All right, so what's your other Fyre Fest?
Might have jumped the gun talking shit about the weather in Chicago, although I don't give a fuck. The winner's the winner.
The winner is
If
the winner.
it's
been a
average,
bad
if it's
start.
average of 40 degrees and versus average of 15 degrees, what's the difference? You're inside.
Yeah, I think the
Agreed.
blob is going to fuck us up. But like I said, one bad winter, it's like then the next winter will feel easy.
So on the drive into work this morning for Wake Up Barstool, it was super early. So I go out to my car. It feels cold. I get in my car. It says like 15 degrees. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cold. I drove in, and then once I got inside, everybody started complaining about the weather because it was like 3 degrees. Mm-hmm. But my car said it was 15. And so I think it's all mental. Like I wasn't thinking that it was brutally cold until somebody else told me that it was.
Isn't everyone getting fucked up right now too? Like I saw the South was getting fucked up too. Like there's Zach, you're keen on the weather.
I've seen a lot of these blob maps. The heat maps look like everybody, like substantial amounts of states are getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. I like this time of year.
Great week.
Yeah, the weather doesn't bother me until like mid-January. Then I'm like, all right, this is still festive Christmas time.
Once the lights come down.
Yeah, then it's
just
like
dark.
As long as the snow on the ground is white, I'm cool with it.
It's basically,
and then once it turns like city gray and yellow and brown, that's when I'm done with the snow.
it's January 1st till the Super Bowl, because then we go on vacation after the Super Bowl, and then it's like, all right, it's late February. Let's move on with it. Yeah, this doesn't look good for anyone.
That's a giant blob.
Holy shit. They're blobbing everything.
Hank, hear me out. What if we build a fuckload of windmills, really tall ones, and then we push the blob back?
Back to Canada.
Yeah. Zach, what do you think? That sounds like it could work.
I like that fight wind with wind.
Yeah.
But it costs. They're not cost effective, and when the windmills break, it fucks up the environment. I care about the environment.
What if we build giant ones, just huge windmills? You're thinking about the birds.
I'm thinking about the whole environment.
But you've been awfully quiet about the dead cats.
Yeah, I don't care.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Feral
I
cats.
haven't heard a word.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep that same energy for the cats, Hank.
PFT, your Fyre Fest? Or do you have one more?
No.
Okay.
I got two Fyres Fest. First is the World Cup draws tomorrow, and Hank doesn't care about it, and he's about to yawn because I'm talking about soccer. But the World Cup draw is tomorrow. Hank, maybe
What time?
I think it's at 11 Central. Hank, this might interest you.
Max, hand up.
What's the World Cup draw?
Okay, good question, Max. It's where they put all the names of all the countries into a big pot, and it's like the NBA lottery where they pull out the ping pong balls.
So this is where we find out if we're a group of death?
If we find out if we're in the group of death or if we're in the group of life. And Hank, I'm gonna snap your attention into this because Tom Brady's helping to host.
Oh.
Yeah, so the A-listers. We got Tom Brady, Shaq, Donald Trump is going to be, I think, maybe even picking the balls out. And as I've predicted, I think this is going to be the most rigged draw ever for the United States. And I put together this is my pick for our group. USA, Iran, South Africa, New Zealand.
That seems easy.
That would be money.
That seems easy.
That would be money for us. There's also a chance that Italy doesn't get in. There are some teams that haven't qualified yet. So Italy,
Wait, how are they doing the draw without a qualification?
they've got like 6 different spots, I think, for teams that are pending qualification.
Got
so
it.
like there's 4 European countries that can get in and then 2 others. And Italy, it'd be a real shame if Italy missed 2 consecutive World Cups.
That'd be brutal. Our friend Tom
Pending
Fernelli.
qualification.
Disqualification. By the way, shout out to Orlando FC. Had over 3 tweets about it.
Yeah.
We didn't realize when we were deciding about taking Orlando FC versus San Diego was actually in the semifinals 2 weeks ago.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, they lost.
Good for them.
But yeah,
Wait, who's in the fight? It's the Vancouver Whitecaps.
against Inter Miami.
That's
That's messy.
Yep.
so far apart.
So listen, we are Orlando FC.
Yeah.
We are Orlando FC.
Me and Hank may still be San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, a house divided?
What the fuck?
Podcast divided?
We got the disqualification.
When do they play next year?
I don't
Circle
know.
it on the
Schedule's
calendar.
out.
Circle it on the
Don't
calendar.
worry about it.
I know it's rivalry week.
I'm over the whole MLS.
Yeah, I mean
anyway.
we all know that like the only way that anything comes of this is if somehow we're in Orlando for something else and there happens to be an Orlando FC game happening within 1 mile of where we're at, and we probably still won't go.
I think it's probably more likely that we're on a trip somewhere else and Orlando happens to be on the road playing against that team in that stadium.
And we still won't
And then
go.
we'll drive past
Yeah.
and be like, pride up.
I'll tell you what, if Orlando FC wants to reach out and let one of us play in a game, we will do that.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
Zach.
Let Zach be a goalkeeper.
I get a net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get him on the roster for a minute.
So that's Fyre Fest number 1. Fyre Fest number 2 is I got out negotiated yesterday in a car deal.
Okay.
So I've told you guys that I really enjoy negotiating car prices.
Yes.
So I go in to negotiate this price, and I'm doing all my tricks. I'm like trying to throw the salesperson off balance a little bit, but like in a friendly way where he knows I'm playing the game. I know he's playing the game. And then he gives me the price, and then I write something down on a sheet of paper. And I was like, if we can get the first two numbers to start with these two numbers, you got yourself a deal. And he's like, okay, I'll be right back. He leaves. He goes to the back room, and then he comes back. And the price that he's written down is like $2,500 less than what I told him.
Interesting.
And I looked at it, and he's like, so we got a deal? I'm just like looking at the number and trying to figure out how he got to that number and why he went to that number. And I spent like 2 minutes like asking him questions about the itemized stuff on it. And he was like, no, that's the number. And I was like, okay, deal. But I felt like I got beat.
Yeah,
like,
no, something happened.
It's a very unsatisfying
He sold
win.
you something bad.
So what happened was like I got more than what I wanted to get, but he absolutely won that negotiation against me.
Yes.
I almost
100%.
I felt like I had to turn down his counteroffer.
Yeah.
And be like, no, you go back there and you bring it up $2,000.
No, he got you.
And I got owned by this guy.
Yep.
So, hey, tip of the cap.
He 100% owned you. Something is going to happen to your car, and you should be like, fuck, that's why.
Something is amiss.
Yeah. What, Zach? You said something?
Oh, you're saying you wouldn't want that? It'd be a bad omen.
Yeah. Well, Zach, you used to sell cars. Would you ever do that?
Ever do what?
You know,
Give PFT a good deal?
even better deal than what he expected.
Best deal.
We've tried to find all rebates and incentives. We try to like get you on the road a nice ride.
That's what he said. He's like, I found some more rebates back there. I was like, where are you keeping these rebates?
Sometimes they're hiding.
And then I thought to myself, like, what's the catch with the rebates?
They're just
It's actually the best way to negotiate with somebody. You let them win, but you control that they won.
Yeah.
How come cars are the only place where you use the word rebate?
I don't know that.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's definitely not true.
What? Give me argue.
Appliance stores.
They do rebates.
Yeah.
a partial refund to someone who has paid
Appliances,
too
big
much
time.
money for tax, rent, or utility. Yeah. Isn't like taxes? Don't you get tax rebate?
Yeah.
All right, take it back.
Or
Is it
tax
tax
refund.
rebate?
Tax
All
refund.
right.
Or you can be like, I jacked off this morning, then I rebated.
A tax rebate is a refund of taxes paid, often issued by federal or state government. Yeah, I don't know what that would rock.
Listen, sometimes you say stuff that.
I like you taking shots.
Yeah.
Take shots. By the way, since we recorded the picks and preview, Jalen Carter has been ruled out. Do you have a statement?
Yeah, Shane was rooting for injuries. Sad.
That's your statement?
Yep.
What about your team?
How
long is he out for? How long is he out?
We're fucked. We'll talk about. We do not preview Monday Night Football games on this program.
But we talk about football on this program.
Yeah.
We talk about that on.
We talk about Monday
No,
Night
we talk about
Football.
injury news.
We'll talk
Injury
about that
news.
on Sunday.
This is breaking news.
It's not breaking news.
Breaking news.
This isn't how breaking news.
Breaking
goes.
news. Jalen Carter out for Monday Night Football.
And possibly longer.
Yep, and possibly longer. Max, your thoughts?
He played bad last game, so that probably makes sense.
Oh, he was injured.
Yeah.
What was his injury?
Shoulders. Both shoulders.
Both shoulders?
That seems
He had a
bad.
procedure done. Not surgery, procedure.
On which shoulder? On both?
I think both.
He got 2 shoulders done?
Both shoulders.
That doesn't sound good.
Nope, I'm not a doctor, but not great. We're deep on the interior defensive line. It's you still got to win the football game, but you probably won't because who knows. I've lost all hope in this Eagles team. They have to bring me back.
Oh, they have to buy you.
They have
to win you back.
They have to win me back.
Wow.
How do they do that?
I'm opening up that they could win me back, but right now, they
have to prove it.
They have to prove it.
What if they beat Trey Lance on Monday?
Sounds like you're 6 out of 10
I would
excited.
take it. I would no.
Would that win you back?
Way less than 6 out of 10. Huh?
Would that win you back?
If they beat Trey Lance?
Yeah.
No.
What if the offense looks awesome?
Maybe. I would like the offense to look awesome. If the offense looks awesome, then then it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback.
Then they win you back.
Yeah.
What if the defense looks bad, though?
That would be fine.
Defense
'cause
looks
Jalen
bad.
Carter.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter. I had a joke about Jalen Carter, but I didn't say it out of respect to you, Max.
Jalen Carter, good guy.
No.
Yeah. Good guy.
You're standing on that.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Good guy.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. You want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Jalen Carter, good guy.
Okay, there it is.
So everyone makes mistakes. Made one mistake. Dak spit on him first.
It was a
No,
couple.
that wasn't.
Oh, that's not what we're.
Yeah.
Max, we don't care about this.
Yeah, we were
that was the
talking
second
about the
mistake.
spit.
That was the second
So
mistake.
everyone makes 2 mistakes?
Yeah.
That's true.
Sometimes
He might have been.
He was young guy.
He might have been driving a red car. In his defense.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really have a fire. I mean, I guess I had one from over Thanksgiving. My kids were sick. I had to catch throw up in my hands at the zoo. That's always a moment where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with this, I think.
You think the animals respect that?
It was in the cafeteria. It was kind of a scene. But yeah, I caught it. I caught pretty much 90% of the throw up. But it was kind of a moment where you live your whole life being grossed out by certain things, and then when it happens with kids, you're just like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll just fucking jump in front of this one.
Your own kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that disgusting.
Like a stranger's kids.
Oh, gross. And then I mean, it's a reverse Fyre Fest, but we obviously had the Spotify Wrapped and YouTube Wrapped. Thank you for everyone who tunes in. It still is mind blowing. 10 years in, it's crazy.
It's wild seeing like all the different countries too when we get to look at that.
The YouTube rap was awesome.
Yeah, it's
very well done.
Seriously, thank you to all the AWLs. We know how lucky we are, and it's very special to have those moments where we're like, wow, this is pretty crazy. We were the number 2 on Spotify behind the
Tennis
Kelseys
podcast
with asterisks.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's an asterisk.
That's bullshit.
Well,
Also, they rank them. You can see it on Spotify. It's
Yeah.
ranked, and we're always ranked higher.
I don't want to.
and they show the views.
Yeah, and they show the views, and we always are higher.
You guys know me. I'm not a big pound my chest guy. But if you really wanted to, you could go to the episodes and see right next to them how many listens each episode of ours has, and then the ones on theirs, and then you can kind of judge for yourself that way.
What does this mean?
Zach gave out his list too.
Wait, this is your list, Zach?
It's top 10 sports podcast of 2025. Very tiny parentheses, according to Zach.
Okay, pardon my take 1, Spittin' Chicklets 2, Charge Them If You Got 'Em 3, the Ryan Russillo Show 4, Guilty as Charged. So Russillo is now in a Chargers
Sandwich.
Yeah. Cover 3 podcast, shout out our guy Tom. The Tennis Podcast 7, Eagle Eye 8. What's that?
9.
9 High Hopes.
High hopes. Shout out my Phillies guys. Jack Fritz is my guy.
And then
But
10
this
is
is Zach. This is Zach's
10
top
is
10.
Meow Mix.
Okay, very good, Zach.
Yeah, listen, I'd say actually the one thing that we don't really care about is the rankings, because we just keep putting out a podcast and hoping people like it, and a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
So we just need to get Taylor Swift involved.
Well, no, there's other options we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter for Zach.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Zach, you and Sabrina.
I mean, that'd be quite the scene.
Yeah, it would.
That would be quite the scene.
Really, any Serena.
Zach would ghost Sabrina Carpenter. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's not true.
His brother would hit him up for some Call of Duty, and he'd be like, Sabrina, sorry.
I think she'd understand that. I mean, yeah, family, you know.
But the point remains, thank you to everyone who listens and rides with us. It's pretty awesome.
I got a question, Zach. How many of these are real podcasts?
all of them.
All of them
Except
are.
for one.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of them is fake.
Yeah.
which one's fake?
Charge them if you got them. Charge them. That's a fake Chargers podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what
It's a
we
future
say.
future podcast.
Guilty as charged is real though.
It's a real one. Yeah.
What's Eagle Eye?
That's one that Pug listens to a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But still Zach's list.
Eagle Eye Solid Eagles pod that I listen to, and sometimes I fall asleep to Pug.
Zach,
Shout out Eagle Eye.
another follow-up question here. Why is Spittin' Chicklets higher than Ryan Russillo? I like both podcasts. I'm just curious to know like what the metrics are that went into judging these.
Yeah, hockey players, tough guys. You know, sometimes you just gotta respect.
Not
them.
Ryan.
So Ryan,
So
not
no
a tough
respect.
guy.
Wow.
Zach does not
Real
respect.
flip
Flip it and tweet it at Russillo.
Ryan, tough
Basically
guy. Hockey
saying-
guys, tougher guys.
So no, but you're basically
Respectfully.
saying you're not afraid of Ryan physically.
Yeah.
Less afraid of Ryan. I'll in full transparency. Than
What about charge him if you got him?
those guys? I mean, yeah, also intimidating.
Also, it's Zach's list. The Chicklets guys got left off that other list. That went into consideration for this list. But
Yeah,
it's
which
Zach's
is
list.
Still Zach's list though.
Yeah.
Still
Zach,
Zach's
yeah.
list.
Okay, Zach, give us your Fyre Fest.
My Fyre Fest this week is earlier in the week. I had the pleasure of competing in a spelling bee. I got out my first word, but the Fyre Fest part is like last night. I saw the video scrolling through Twitter on the For You, and I watched it probably for about 20 minutes just because, like, as an adult, you have to spell one word correctly.
No.
I've now downloaded several spelling apps and will become a better speller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm getting in the lab.
A double R.
Now, Zach is horrible at spelling, right?
Zach is not what we call a.
All right, Zach.
He's a creative speller.
Your word is resilient.
Resilient?
Come on,
Let's see. You might put a Y in here.
Resilient.
Come on, Zach.
Correct.
He's just trying to think of a letter right now. Any letter.
Any letter. Please spell zillion in the middle. Was he counting
Resilient.
on his fingers?
Yeah, it might be a Z in here. He might.
R.
Nice.
E. S.
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
L. E. N. T. Resilient.
I'm sorry, Zach.
So
You left out the
He
I.
left out the I.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, actually, I do have a Fyre Fest now that I think about it.
Oh.
It kind of goes to Zach's point because I was just thinking about me and Zach versus like a third grader in a spelling bee, and we might be outmatched. My nephew is 3 and has learned about the solar system. And at Thanksgiving, they were asking him questions, and they were asking questions. I was like, I don't think I know the answers to some of these.
Yep.
And that is a tough realization.
Yeah.
Remember when I talked about this? Maybe it was like
That's
2
tough.
summers ago when my oldest was asking me questions about the sun, and he like knew some of the shit, and I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
What was the
It's
hardest
brutal.
question?
It was just like how many rings does this planet have? How many moons?
Yep.
Which planets are next to each other? I was like, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the kids know about Pluto?
Yeah, it's a dwarf planet.
Oh, so they're still teaching Pluto.
No, it's like, is this a planet? Yes. Pluto's a planet. He goes, no, dwarf planet.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn,
He
this
knows
kid's sharp.
qualifications. Wow.
Yeah, I remember when they canceled Pluto. That was a tough day.
We'll get it back one day.
I've decided to go get no more Ozempic, by the way.
Oh.
That was a brief.
Is that just because you went to the gym 2 times?
Yep. I've decided that I'm instead going to be gym guy.
I'm still keeping TRT on the table for myself.
So Max, you had a total of 0 days on
0
Ozempic.
days on Ozempic.
And you're
Yeah. Well,
quitting.
I'm giving Jim a shot.
Doesn't coming to this office count as going to the gym?
No, because there's only a finite amount of time where you can actually do it. So then I would have to wake up super early before people come, or I have to go at 6, and then Mincy's always like grunting while you're trying to work
Fair.
out, which is tough.
Yeah.
So going to a gym, like separate, you can go. We have a weird schedule, so I can go on like our off time, which is good.
Yeah.
So gym guy. I'm becoming gym guy.
TRT?
I'll keep that on the table. For
My
sure.
problem with getting TRT is I have to go see my doctor, and I don't really know how to do that.
I don't have a doctor.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
We need to get We've talked about it on this show. Let's talk about it again.
Doctor and dentist.
Someone here, doctor. Be my physician.
Yeah, why can't we
Please.
have a doctor just do a house call to this office?
Yeah, and like tell us we're fat, but like be nice about it.
And then just be like, here's the solution.
Yeah.
Testosterone.
Why don't you have somebody in this office just become a doctor?
No, because I would like to know like if I'm about like how quickly I am to death.
That's not what doctors do.
Yeah, I think you want to go to a witch doctor.
No, I mean like I would like someone to nicely be like, if you go about this, you're gonna die in this amount of time.
Yeah, they don't do that.
I feel like they could. I don't.
They just say, are you healthy or not?
Max, it sounds like you know exactly what's wrong with you. You just want somebody else to tell it to you.
What? Tell me that I'm fat?
Well, no, you're saying that you want to pay somebody money to say, here's what's
That's
wrong
healthcare.
with you and here's how you're going to die.
I'm not. That's healthcare.
It sounds to me like you know the answers. You just want somebody in a coat.
Yeah, someone
but
official.
like, am I eating too much salt?
Probably.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can
What
keep
else?
going.
Yeah,
Like,
what other
we-
questions do
We
you have?
all eat our meals together.
We have Super Bowl Sunday every Sunday.
I love that we've rebranded it.
I do like that.
Super
It's
Bowl
true.
Sunday
He's
every
not
It's
wrong.
Sunday.
true.
He actually is not wrong
Yeah.
because everyone talks about like gaining weights on the holidays and stuff, and it's like I ate relatively healthy and relatively portioned meals, and I came in Sunday and it was
Super Bowl Sunday.
It's Super Bowl Sunday every Sunday.
like I felt like shit on Monday, not because of the holidays, but just from coming here on Sunday.
Like my fiance and I talk about. She's like, when you come home, you eat healthy. Like, what? Like, where are you slipping up? It's like you don't know what happens on Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday every Sunday.
Oh man, yeah, it's a great rebrand because how can you not on Super Bowl Sunday? How can you not? You can't turn it down on Super Bowl Sunday.
This is why we do it.
Yeah.
Last week, I think there was, I think we had pizza, chicken fingers, wings, cheesesteaks, Mexican food.
No buffalo chicken dip though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get that in our Super Bowl.
Get that in the mix.
And ice cream.
That's how you know that.
And ice cream. And ice cream.
Halftime snacks, we have those.
Has anyone? I also
We have a popcorn machine.
I was eating. I had like a. It was tasted good. It was like 100-calorie ice cream bar. I was like, has anyone ever done? Do we know how many calories are in like a serving of our ice cream?
I
machine?
did that.
How much?
Don't want to know.
It's like 190 calories if you like go just above the top of the
Oh,
cone.
that's not bad.
No. Your cones are much more. Like I measured it to try and get under 200 calories, and it was like barely above the top of the cone.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's honestly not. I thought you were going to say it was
like 400.
I also think that was.
Sounds like yours are 400.
I think that was also when we had the 5% milk fat, and I think the 10% milk fat has.
Can we do frozen yogurt?
Whoa! There's no way. I thought that was a strict rule of no yogurt.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just asking if we wanted to get in shape in January, could we maybe switch to frozen
yogurt would be sick.
All of those, like all those Dole Whip options that we had, those are all like
that.
super low calorie. We can try yogurt as well.
Maybe we try yogurt in January.
You can put
Memes is
quite a
giving
bit
me
of
a
different.
death stare right now.
Yes, yogurt,
no
yes,
way.
yogurt, yes, yogurt, yes.
You can put quite a few different like variations of mixes in the top of that thing, and it will come out tasty.
What if we had one yogurt, the other custard, and then you could do a mix, a swirl, so it's like 3/4 as bad.
Oh, it's like harm reduction.
Yeah, harm
like
reduction.
kind of fat for you, kind of not.
Yeah.
When are we getting a new one?
Probably in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get it. We're gonna upgrade to a bigger one.
A bigger one or a third one?
A bigger one.
Well, can you put 3 things in it?
I think I'm gonna put like 15 things in it.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those machines that just has all the sodas in it.
Yeah. Like that. I want that. Yeah.
Does that
maintain
exist?
for you.
I don't know, but someone should make it for us.
Zach, how stressed are you by listening to what he just said?
I don't know if it comes in one singular machine, but like we'll stack them. We can stack them for you. Would you be into a stack?
I don't know. I want something big.
Big. We'll go big. Yeah, Texas sized.
Yeah, because I also think we could sell this one.
We could do like
We could
There's
sell it and
definitely-
be like, hey, buy the Barstool custom cream team machine, and then we just upgrade to something bigger. And maybe every year we get bigger and bigger and bigger until we just have an ice cream factory.
I just want to point out that this conversation started with we need to all get in better shape. We eat too unhealthy, and it's evolved into we need to get a much bigger ice cream machine.
Oh.
It all started with me saying I shouldn't have said I may need to go. Ozempic's still on the table, but right now.
So you're back on Ozempic?
No, I'm not. I'm just not ruling it out.
Dude,
right now.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster.
I'm trying to just be fit gym guy.
Okay, so
I'm the fattest guy in this gym by far, by the way. I look every single, I've gone twice and I've looked at every person there, for sure the fattest guy there. But that makes me think that once you're there long enough, you're not fat.
Yeah.
You're also probably
True.
one of the strongest in the gym.
Yeah. You're an athlete.
I did legs. I'm pretty good at benching, but I squatted today. There was like a girl next to me doing like the same amount of weight that I was.
That's okay.
What if we did frozen yogurt in the machine, and then I got a huge cooler for hard ice cream, scoop?
That could definitely play. So you can have a little bit of both.
I think what's going to happen is people are going to have. Here's what I know I will do. I'll eat the frozen yogurt, and then I'll think to myself, that just wasn't as good as ice cream. I want ice cream, and then I'll have ice cream.
But Zach getting like being behind the counter for an hour every day, it's like you want your ice cream, he'll scoop it for you. Would be nice. That maintenance for that wouldn't be that bad. You just got to buy the big barrels.
Yeah, it would just be the upfront, just like the freezer and stuff.
Yeah. All right, we got options, boys.
We got flavors.
Memes is he's just staring at me right now.
Breathe into the mic.
I know exactly what you're looking for.
Big Cat.
Yeah.
Before you do you say the word.
Yeah.
Should we talk Giannis at all?
We talked about it at the beginning of the show.
That's right. It was a great conversation.
And Chris Paul.
Fantastic conversations, both.
Numbers.
3.
Ah.
Giannis, Knicks.
Shit.
I mean, I'll let memes have 3 from now on.
Thank you.
No, I'll still fight for it every now and then because it
Bad
would
guy.
be funny.
I'll go 15.
100.
I'll go 50.
I'm rooting for Max, too.
What was 50 there?
Why?
I had a bad
Somebody get
experience with
31.
50. I'm trying to reverse it.
44.
No, it is.
You had a bad experience
99
with
put.
50?
8.
I'm
I
going to
had
go
a
80,
50-50 chance of winning something.
Zach built a snowman yesterday. Watch it on PMTV.
85.
It's
85.
actually 2 snowmen.
2 snowmen.
Two snowmen.
We put the snowman
Perfectly. The
first.
second one was a perfectly normal
Yep,
size
great
snowman.
snowman.
18.
18's been hot.
Anybody?
18's been hot.
Anybody?
Means you want to do one more?
I would love to do one more.
All right, we're getting really close, huh?
Should we do new numbers?
No. It has to be 3.
It really doesn't. All right,
has to.
85.
3.
15.
100.
50.
Oh, 83.
Not even close.
There was a 3 in there.
How many days has it been?
Million?
How many turns?
Just look at the 3 guesses.
Let's do do the update here.
I've also decided that 86 and 88 are the closest 2 numbers that you can have in the in numbers.
What?
They're so close. Look at
What are
them.
you talking?
Max isn't going to do what you asked him.
Do you
What'd
mean
you ask me?
He's just saying there's a line that goes down.
what?
It's so close.
Oh,
I
you're
thought about
saying,
literally
like,
saying a
visually.
line.
They,
Yeah.
like
they look
like
the same.
The thing about Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox is that 86 and
But that's
88 are
not
basically
true.
the
What
same
about
numbers.
6 and 9?
What about 17 and 77?
86 and 88 is way closer.
No, 77 is the same as 17. You just put a little line out there.
Got you there.
I would actually say 17 and 77.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Look at 86.
What about 45 and 46?
Okay, Max. What about 66 and 68?
That's fair. I thought about that as I was saying it.
Yeah.
What about 50 and 80?
Yeah.
50 and 80 is a good call.
What about 68 and 88?
50 and 80. No, 50. No. No, because there's 2 lines in 50 and 80.
What about 79 and 99?
79.
99 and 79. That's pretty
No,
close.
not as close as 86 and 88.
What about
Someone's going to think that people are going to think that someone got this, and then they're going to hear this and be like, why the fuck did my Spotify rap say that I listen to this podcast as much as I do?
I kind of went off the rails at the end of this show.
I like it.
Max? What about 66 and 86?
66.
Some good stuff.
No, because that's 2. Oh, wait, no, it's only 1 line.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. See you, everyone.
Love you guys.